This whole story began developing 2 days ago. And from that point on, these terrible events kept on snowballing in a reign of terror that has not abated. The main advice news reporters have been able to get from official sources is to tell private citizens to stay inside their homes, behind locked doors.
A state of chaos and disorder is upon us. Will you take up arms? Will you help us make our last stand? The time is now. Let us be heard as we sing our way into battle. The machine shall fall to the ground as it vanishes into thin air. There is no wrong, nor is there right. Only freedom for which we fight. Beyond the land, across the sea, our adventure unfurls. In search of redemption, we find each other. We dream of home, but never sleep. We find comfort in one another. In face of peril, we shall not flee. Because together we're stronger, much more than before. And we feel the earth move, and hear the ground roar. So join us, my friend. Let us see this to the end, as dark as the night may be. It's time to light up the sky with fire. la macchina.
Noi siamo la macchina.
Nous sommes la machine. We are the machine. Riot is a form of civil disorder. Somebody f***ing breaks something. Your end is close. We shall enslave your planet, deplete your resources, while crushing your resistance to the ground. But for now, it's time for drum and bass.
One final time this season, I present to you the Champions Draft Series Challenger League. It's time to get ready for the playoff finale you've been waiting for. The best of the best, of course, is Challenger League. Friday night, 7 p.m. having all this fun all over again, and you're here at the FLG, and you're here, and you're stuck with me. I'm Hail Monkey Man, and I am so glad to be here with you guys. It has been a fun one. It has been a wild season, and of course, I am in here with none other than J-Rod. J-Rod, it's the beginning of the end of Season 5. We are in the final weekend, final beginning of this Friday. It's wild how we've made it through this season. Just how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. Spring break starts Monday. I'm completed everything I needed, and hey, Monkey, we made it. We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
I don't know how we did it. I don't know how.
I have a lot of question marks along the way, but we made it to the end.
We are at the pinnacle, at the process, at the moment of finish things out. It is gonna be a great day today, and so a lot of you are already experiencing some craziness when it comes to the beginning of this weekend. Of course, we want to address some of that as best as we can. Everyone stay safe. Just make sure that you have the supplies and stuff that you need, because at this point, we're all shut-ins. You can enjoy being with me. You can enjoy playing some video games. You know what? The world's not going to end. We're going to move on, and you're going to move on together with us. It's going to be a fun time together, and no matter what, just do right by each other and do right by people. Because you know what? It's honestly what's out there. It's not that scary. We just have to get through. So, without any further ado, let's look at the teams that are going to be facing off to start off the day. We have 3 teams remaining out of all 6 of our Challenger League teams. Only 3 have survived to day 2 of the playoffs. Well, our first up is the upper finals, the winners finals. It is going to be the Ninjas versus the Mob. So we've got Wadil, Lunatic, and Minecrafting Dad versus Balthier, Krister Bob, which was a second sub out for Moki Joe, and Exotic Stew. So, J-Rod, with these 2 sets going up against each other, what do you got in store? What do you think? I mean, Ninjas, they're undefeated going into this, and they're looking for a grand final finish.
It's tough, Monkey. It really is tough because I think that the best team that has the chance to, take the throne off of the Ninjas would probably be the Mob that's here right now. But I don't know if they could do it. I don't. With Wadil and Luna at the helm, with Minecrafting Dad as their third, as their support character, I just don't see the Ninjas going down. I see it being tough, but I don't see them going down.
Well, we just recently had MVP polling going on for all of our leagues, Challenger, Vanguard, and Champion. Balthier ended up with a pretty close but a pretty resounding win as the Challenger League MVP. Balthier's done some great work when it comes to the Mob. And, if there's anyone that's going to enable them to do it, big passes, big strikes, and, of course, big demos, it will be him. It's not the two-headed Hydra of Wadil and Sheena. Lunatic standing strong and Minecrafting Dad pulling up the rear. It's going to be a best of 7 all day. The finals on the upper and lower side and the grand finals. This could be a long trek for this Mob team to try and take down the Ninjas, but the Ninjas definitely are primed to get ready to go. And so we're going to get them down to the stadium. We're going to get you guys ready with us as well. No reason to wait any further, any longer after we get all these people in. And thank you guys for being with us. I know that there is just so much chaos going in the world right now, but you have to, you have the opportunity to be here. I get the opportunity to cast with you, and so hopefully we have the opportunity to see these guys play alongside us. It is gonna all start on DFH Stadium, and we are gonna get there as fast as we are able. I appreciate everyone being here, so let's get down there to the game. We begin with the Mob versus the Ninjas. Best of 7, the first of 4 will punch their ticket to the grand finals. The Exotic Stew, the captain of the Challenger League team last season, getting picked up for Season 5 onto the Mob. They went 2-3 in the season. They were able to pick up 1 in the playoffs. Now sitting at an even 500 this late. Whereas Minecrafting Dad and this crazy trio, Sheena not with them tonight, of the Ninjas, undefeated. And they're just looking to punch yet another undefeated run into the books because Wadil is part of that Avalanche team from Season 2 that started us off with the Challenger League. And able to get that nice little run. So far, between these teams, who's keeping their speed up? Because it looks like the Mob is under attack.
Yeah, the Ninjas are having much tighter rotations. I haven't seen a lot of spread out from them, but while as the Mob are taking a really spread out approach here. Like their third guy is way further back than their front two. So let's see. It could pay off for them. Who knows?
Late jump. Balthier able to clear the net. That's 2 on. And that will be a double dose of defense. Wadil to the backboard. Exotic Stew trying to tag it. He's going to drop it to Lunatic. Lunatic going for his first draw. And a last-second save by Krister Bob keeps us even at 0. The Mob still really haven't been able to go on offense just yet. Except that when I say that, now they're pressing upfield. The Ninjas. They always find a way to get a fast clear, but the Mob starting to find these lanes. Krister Bob with an early jump. Just couldn't burn enough boost. This one from the back wall. Minecrafting Dad leaving it to Krister Bob. He's going to have to try and field it, get some boost, and return back to net.
Yeah, the Mob are looking a little out of place right now. I don't think they're comfortable. I think they're kind of scared of the headed monster, I guess, that you look at when you see the Ninjas. You see that name, they're undefeated. They've dropped, what, 1 game this season?
Yeah. I can't remember exactly how many if they did drop any coming into to playoffs. I think they dropped 1, and that was a technicality. Wadil looking for the double tap, can't quite get there from the backboard. Moki Joe not being here, he was huge whenever they had him during the season, and that hopefully was just a scheduling error because that would have been a much needed weapon. But now Balthier is a one-on-one, him versus Wadil, looking for a possible flick. He's gonna delay it, gonna drop over to Exotic Stew. Late touch, trying to get around Wadil still, and now the follow from Minecrafting Dad. Minecraft Dad has been such a good support character and consistent for this Ninja team. Now on the attack. We are past halftime, still even at 0. And this is maybe a touch of the nerves as the mob playing a lot of defense and just cannot escape their half.
I think they're just trying to feel each other out right now. You know, game 1, best of 7, you have that whole extra, you got to win that whole extra game. Maybe they're just using it as a feeler game or OGing. We don't know.
Now just last second theatrics from the back wall. It is confirmed they only did drop 2 games. Ninjas, Krister Bob, he's gonna field it, drop it to the corner, leave it for Exotic Stu. Exotic Stu gonna have to wait in his own corner. Now Krister Bob fielding it again. Wadil, no. Lunatic there just a little too early. Wadil with the drop off to the corner, trying to give it to Minecrafting Dad. Nice little placement. Exotic Stu by himself. It's a 3v1. He will get the save. Now Wadil coming from the outside. That's a pass. Lunatic. Everyone from the Ninjas. This can be something they can be using against them. Very aggressive when they do proceed upfield. 1:10 approaching on the clock, and maybe just a little bit of inefficiency is only keeping the Ninjas off the board for a moment. That's a double commit, and this is something the mob must press upfield with earnest to try and take advantage of.
Yeah, I think that's where the Ninjas really get put into a bind. They get really, really aggressive, and that's why they score a lot of goals, but I think that's the reason why they let up the goals that they do is because they get super, super aggressive.
Double commit here. Lunatic trying to flick his way upfield, going for a little bit of a cheeky delay to let Krister Bob get that clear, but now Balthier from the corner. Balthier again, it goes high. Wadil will not be rotating back towards it. He will go back onto defense. They know that a 1-game lead here means the world, and that will be the first score off a demo, clearing the net. Lunatic will then take an open shot.
That was great vision by Wadil, realizing that the back guy was there and no one else from the mob was able in like threatening position, and Luna just coming to clean that up, getting there 30 seconds left, getting that first goal of the game. It took almost the entire game for somebody to score.
4.5 minutes. Mob doing really good on defense. They're really slow on trying to get that response. The Ninjas, they provided an opportunity, plenty of a hole. Now on the counterattack, they have to start getting up there sooner. Krister Bob, slow rotation, looking for a midfield touch. It goes to Exotic Stu. Balthier, no. Krister Bob and the takeaway by Stu. They have one more chance, but it will go over the back linesman. It's going to be tough to keep this dribble going. We touch ground. The Ninjas escape game 1 with a 1-0 win.
Wow, 1-0. I don't know if I could have predicted that, Monkey. I don't know if I could have went, yeah, the first goal is going to happen 4.5 minutes into this game, and it's going to be 1 goal.
I know I couldn't have predicted that.
I never. But, like, and you even look at even the stat line's pretty even. I mean, 5-7. I mean, you just don't think about it like that. The mob really held their own. I think it's going to be a tough trek for the Ninjas to take this series. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk like it's been all season for them.
Not at all. This is going to be something for them to break through, and they proved quite well that in order to break through, they really have to go through that defensive wall of the mob. The mob was the only team in the regular season to take a game off of the Ninjas. They've been looking forward to this moment for a good long while, at least about 3 weeks, to try and get ready for these guys. And I don't know the preparation they've gone through, but it's definitely holding their own. Is a little bit of different makeup because last time they had Wadil, Sheena, as well as Minecrafting Dad. And so we're going to get everyone back in for game number 2.
So they have the two-headed monster, as you would call it.
Well, they do and they don't. Lunatic has been kind of back and forth with his participation, and so Wadil is really taking up the reins of responsibility here, as he should, as captain. So these two trios gonna get set for game number 2. It's gonna be upwards of 7 if we make the marathon, and this is gonna be a 3-hour marathon to start things off. Krister Bob. Oh, that's a dangerous placement. Wadil going for the immediate shot, and that one will be punished. You do not go in front of your net when you see Wadil waiting in the paint.
Yeah, not a good decision there. That's not what you like to see unless you're a Ninjas fan, to which you love to see it. You just love to see it. It took them 4.5 minutes to score 1 goal. It took them 9 seconds this game. So maybe they just need time to warm up.
Very true. Ooh, back pass right at the post. That gets saved by Balthier. The patience of the mob now being tested as they have been already challenged early. Krister Bob trying to pass it back. A very dangerous notion. Twice he's put it towards his own net. And now we need to start getting some of these demos as Balthier takes Waddill out of offense. Waddill backtracking. That's a shot? They just gotta let him on in. Waddill was rotating back in the defensive. Who was that goal that just let Balthier lift this over? Oh, it's a backflip.
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, if you're gonna let him do it, the MVP is gonna take advantage of it. But the Fields backflip right there, I do it still. So I feel for you, Minecrafting Dad. I feel for you.
The MVP, Waddill, or Balthier. But Waddill trying to go for an early goal again. And if we get Balthier to do what he's been doing for the entirety of the season, which is really get in. Oh, faking out Exotic Stew. He had a free goal. He just had to be patient, and he knows he's calling himself out now. Exotic Stew, shot coming in, and Crisscross Applesauce Lunatic is going to put the lead in the hands of the Ninjas.
They already have 3 goals in a minute. That's a great pass by Waddill, and Luna beating Exotic Stew to the clear, attacking the near post, but lucky 3 goals in a minute. Like, we're already triple the score.
Yeah, triple the
we
score,
just started.
quadruple less the amount of time. I don't know how to do minus 400%.
Math is hard.
Maths is hard. Crystal Bob leaving it. That was a nice cheeky setup pass. Crystal Bob though, he's been a bit slow. His approaches are accurate. Oh, and what a delay and drop down, but he's been kind of slow on his general mechanic to try and get back to it. Oh, what a nice pass and deflection. Crystal Bob cutting off the midline shot. Boulevard getting closed. Minecrafting Dad looking to bump someone out of the way, but Exotic Stew will escape. Crystal Bob trying to get around. Exotic Stew upfield, and Balthier now is going to have to go into the high corner. Ninjas have been able to find a lot better offense here in game number 2. And I just think that they're finding these creases between the defense that existed in game 1, but with more earnesty.
There's your breakout pass, and Wadill's gonna come play out. Minecrafting Dad saw Luna, he's like, I got this, don't worry. Puts it right to Luna, and Luna's showing up. Like you said, his participation this season's been hit-miss. I think he's showing up where it counts.
This is the moment. Today, of all days as well, this is day 2 of playoffs, championship weekend. And they're not allowed to use any outside, be it external and or free agent subs. If they use subs, it has to be from their own team, and they're going to make sure they get their roster set and straight. But Krister Bob has a great pickup after Moki Joe could not make the game. He just kind of sees Waddill struggling to get this clear. He's like, hey man, you punished me earlier. I'm going to do the same to you.
Well, it's a good 50 by Stu on Minecrafting Dad to keep it going, and Waddill was just in a bad position, and at that point, Krister Bob was just waiting, nice and patient, and he capitalized on his opportunity. He got there.
So obviously we're reaching halftime of game number 2, and we have 5 goals on deck. What really started opening up this can of worms of offense for both teams?
I think they just are now calmed down a little bit. I think they're more relaxed. I think they're ready to play, and I think they want to. Well, obviously they want to be here.
Right.
But I think that like the first game, it just didn't look like the urgency was there. Like it didn't. Just didn't see it out of him.
Trying to get it on his forehead. That's exactly right, because these guys, they realize the marathon is here. This is a ticket to the championship. And so, they're going to go as hardcore as they can, but you don't win it all in game 1. This is a marathon when you come to the finals and the grand finals. And so both these guys and both these teams doing their best to kind of get their wits about them. Nice little bump. Balthier is going to start crossing through the defense and try and opening up these shots for his teammates, because if they're not going to be able to get around or take advantage of all the opportunities that the Ninjas bring for them, then they have to start making their own. Waddill drop down to Krister Bob. Krister Bob going airborne. It's going to go upwards to Exotic Stew. A little bit of a communication error. Balthier and Stew trying not to... Oh, they're crossing antennas out there, and all the communication straights are messing up. Ninjas ahead now by 2.
The hat trick. Luna with a hat trick in game 2, showing up where it matters. What a great read by him off the 45. But no, I think Balthier was going for the demo there and was trying to create some havoc for the Ninjas, but they just stayed calm, composed, and they got the goal to put them up by 2.
Definitely need to start outlining where they're going to be going, because this field is getting a little bit hectic for either side, mostly for the mob. Nice little upward set, Waddill to his own corner. Minute 15 on the clock. What a flick downfield. Respawn will not happen in time. Balthier feels it. And Lunatic, is that 4 on the board for him?
4 for 4, Monkey. 4 for 4. What a great outlet pass again, right to Luna, and he's not gonna miss that most of the time.
Most of the time.
I did have the ability to be on the Tsunami team above him when he was with the franchise, and he's when he's playing good, it's hard to stop.
Balthier and the Mob. The Mob as a franchise and as a team, they have not won a league championship yet. This is the furthest that any Mob team has ever been. And so,
really?
Yes. Oh, yes. That's
cool. That's really neat.
So this particular season has been very, very productive for the Mob, be it Challenger, Vanguard, and of course, for a while, the Champion League. Exotic Stew cutting in this lead. They cut it down to 2. But this particular one, maybe one of the biggest chances they have at finding a championship in any league for this franchise.
Yeah, oh, for sure. This is a great team, and I think this is one of the teams that has the best chance of knocking off this Ninjas team. I think that definitely the Mob Challenger team is definitely one of the better 3. Better Mob team of the franchise.
Yeah, I was kind of sad to not see Moki Joe hanging around, but Moki Joe be where Moki Joe be. Balthier looking to try and use up all his boost to get back to it. He can't float for long. 15 seconds on the clock. The Mob looking to get banged, beaten, and bruised. That one inside the post just to add some insult to injury. Minecrafting Dad able to knock down a few bricks.
Able to get on the board. First goal with a little help from Mr. Bob right there. You got to thank him for the great pass, but wow, that's bright. That's bright. I still can't get over that goal explosion.
I hate that goal explosion.
I still can't get over it. It's so bright.
It is ridiculous. I should turn down my monitor, to be honest. Well, Ninjas, you're ahead 2-0 in the series, and they will take this one ahead 6-3, ending game number 2. And we had a whole lot of nothing in terms of offense in game 1. Game 2, completely different story.
Yeah, I think the Ninjas are getting much more comfortable. I mean, when you shoot the ball 11 times.
To 6. And only have to make one save.
Yeah, I mean, Luna popped off that game, and I think that's the big kicker. If Luna can play well, which he did this game, I don't see the Ninjas going down. Luna definitely has that ability to be, I would say, even better than Waddell.
Yeah,
that's a bold statement, but I feel like Luna, I think Luna has the best possibility of making Waddell look like a supporting cast today.
I definitely see that. He's definitely showing up today. Big champion himself. He missed it just a little bit ago when he played under you for the Tsunami. Yeah, he was under you.
Yeah, he played with Ranks, Jake, and
that's right.
Lynx.
So he just barely missed out on like kind of a perfect season. You guys kind of end up going belly up. I don't think he's gonna let that pass by this time. As we head into game number 3, what kind of attitude do you think these guys should have on the side of the Mob? What kind of mindset do you kind of switch around into to kind of change your pace, change things up?
I think I'm not saying almost like flip a switch and relax, but like I would say just take it one goal at a time. I mean, yeah, you're down 2-0, but they got to get to 4. You're only halfway there. You can easily cut this in half and get back 2-2 going into game 5. You just have to relax. I think what they did in game 1 is the key to success. They have to slow down the pace to their pace of play and don't let the Ninjas dominate it. And that's why the Ninjas had 6 goals last game.
I will say, if they're moving, all 3 Mob are upfield, this better come away with points or else they're going to get counterattacked. Waddell, oh my goodness. It was a 3-point attack. All you have to do is put it in the net. And no one can stop Waddell as he just heads right back down the opposite lane and gets a score.
Yeah, that's demoralizing. I talk about relaxing, that hurts. Really, that hurts real bad.
And that's a communication effort right there. Anytime that these guys are going to move laterally across one another, across the paint, across anywhere, shot forthcoming, it's going backboard. Minecrafting Dad puts it just a little off target, ends up being a pass to Waddell. But these guys are going to have to overly communicate when it comes to lateral movement. They have to almost just be like, hey, going right, going left. It's going to have to get that stringent for them to continue being effective. Now to the back corner, Balthier, nice clear, maybe a second touch, he'll get it, but it's gonna go to Luna, off to the wall. A nice pinch, this comes right out from Big Money Paint, but no, Waddill's gonna be chasing after it. Plenty of boost to challenge from the ceiling, that's a shot. Will it drop in? Enough to float, but not enough to gloat just yet.
Yeah, I think Luna running out of boost there definitely hurt him, but yeah, the Mob need to capitalize on their chances. Like, that first goal opportunity that they had, really needed to come down with points there. That starts out the game so much better than a counter-strike going down 1-0 at that point.
Krister Bob trying to get one on the money. Waddell with the takeaway from Balthier. Buddy's looking for a lateral pass. That's a drop that ends up getting blocked. What a save by Waddell. Now the Mob trying to continue the offense. However, with a miss at the midfield boost, Balthier trying to extend his range, going for a bump onto Waddell. It's a drop to Exotic Stew, and Luna cannot get in the way of it. No intercept just yet, but Minecrafting Dad now extending the field for the Ninjas. The Ninjas, I mean, they've still gotten away with murder a couple different times, because honestly, this should either be tied or in the Mob's favor.
I was about to say, I swear, Luna, you pull this off.
Oh, it's gonna be Minecrafting Dad in there instead. Grabbed an extra box of TNT and just blew up that hill.
Off the top corner.
Oh my god.
Oh, did he get a second touch on that? Was that even not going in?
He did.
Wow. Well, 2-0. There you go. Ninjas stepping up. The whole team involved in that one. Luna taking it all the way down the field.
Based on what the chat is doing with, instead of MVP, they're doing MVP. So he's the most ballin' player out there.
Yeah.
No, too much? Too much of a dad? That's fine. All right. Minecrafting Dad. I think he ran out of boost. Now he's looking for a back pass. Ends up handing over to Balthier. Waddell looking for the outlet. Krister Bob side swipes it, and Waddell gets in the way of a would-be clear, but still ends up downfield. And oh no.
What?
Too many times we've seen them do the exact same thing. They are feeding these goals to the Ninjas.
And what? Why would you touch it?
I don't
Like,
know.
just let it go. Just let it go. Like, it's okay. You can miss it on purpose. You're allowed. Like, I think it's just, like, inherent, like, mistakes that if they don't, like, they shouldn't make them. Like, this doesn't happen. Like, we don't see this happening out of Mob. I think they're honestly just very, very nervous.
What a calculated pinch that was. Minecrafting Dad floating to the sky and back again. Past halftime in game 3. If you go up, a rare miss out of Waddell, but if you go up 3-0 in a best of 7, and all you got to get is 4, it is a tough deal to have to reverse sweep something like that. Now, a nice little pop. Exotic Stew upfield to Balthier. Can't quite get handles on it. Exotic Stew looking for a little bit of side boost. He will be on the attack. Minecrafted Dad, no intercept, and a big demo, and once more we see all 3 of the Mob upfield. No dice, no luck, no points.
Yeah, there's 2 opportunities this game that definitely should have went in for the Mob. Let me restate that. 3 opportunities that should have went in for the Mob. But they haven't gone in. It's just not their game, but it's unfortunate. Playoffs, you need to have 4 good games in a series, and they haven't had 1, and the Ninjas are already up 2.
Out there, trying to skirt around Lunatic. Krister Bob, he's going to get challenged by Lunatic, and Luna is looking to get this side pop. Exotic Stew been fairly quiet in game number 3. And Krister Bob does get a kill onto Luna to slow down his offense, but Minecrafting Dad playing outside of his mind. Doing quite well in this series so far. Ooh, nice little skirt. Couldn't get around Waddell. Waddell very patient. Extra flick. Gets demoed, but it's still an upfield pass to Luna, who's trying to just delay it, and will also die to Krister Bob. The Mob, so many times, they've just given away goals that just shouldn't have happened. And for all the, the bad of this game, and for the, mid part of this series, I still believe they have a chance.
Oh, it's definitely not out of... I haven't seen the Ninjas play lights out enough to go, yeah, it's over. So there's definitely a possibility that...
What?
No, don't. I was going to say, please don't do it. I was like, don't. They have families, Luna. They have families. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, well, coronavirus. Balthier upfield. Open net. Not going to be able to put this one away either. Several opportunities that they're going to have to put on the board, realize are available to them, and try and make do with going into game 4. But game 3 goes the way of the Ninjas, and we're looking at a possible sweep.
Monkey, this is the one game I was kind of confident wouldn't be a sweep, and I'm sitting here now wondering why I thought that at the beginning.
Well, you saw game 1 and defense galore. No one scored until what was, minute 4:30, and we thought we had a good time. But then game 2 comes around, we have a lot of scoring, and then it tilted towards the Ninjas. Then the Ninjas had 4 separate opportunities for the Mob to score. Literally opened their arms, said, "Hug us, bro. Just come on in." Cannot take advantage of what's on the table. Sometimes
they're probably scared they had coronavirus or something. I don't know.
Oh goodness! Sometimes the easiest thing to do is what's is actually simplistic and just right in front of you. And these guys just need to calm down, get things straight. A reverse sweep is possible. High percentage? Hell no. But possible? Yes. We're going to game 4. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough uphill battle. The good news is the day is not over for the loser of this one. The loser, which apparently I am because the server reset itself, is going to be going on to the losers final against Avalanche. So Icy Panda, who was really close to taking that MVP from Balthier, as well as Rap and Cool Hand Luke, are waiting with bated breath to see if they can steal a chance at the grand finals. Based on what you've seen today, do you think they could take it from the Mob?
Yes, because they're not capitalizing on their opportunities to score. And if you're not going to put the ball in the back of the net, I don't know how you're supposed to win a Rocky League game, let alone 4 of them in a best of 7. Yeah, they're just not capitalizing on that. Have they scored? They've scored 3 goals in 3 games. The Ninjas have scored 10 goals in 3 games. So, math here. 3-1 average each game. Obviously, there's decimal. I'm just not doing the decimals here. But, if you're getting outscored by 2 a game, that doesn't look good going into the next series.
It is not. And we're going to be loading back up into DFH Stadium. I want to thank everyone that's with us tonight for our Challenger League Championship. It's going to be championship weekend all weekend from now through Sunday evening. We got some late games come Sunday. And guess what? No one can complain that they have school or work the next day because most everyone's just stuck in their homes forever. So, if you're here with us, it's been a long season 5 and been one that I've been enjoying with everyone, and hopefully you guys continue to do so as well. These guys competing for $100 in the title and crown of season 5 Challenger League champion. And, going to season 6, we'll probably see some moves and grooves and different people in different leagues. I surely expect to see Wadil trying out for the Vanguard League, and multiple of these guys maybe coming back, maybe even as captains. So, lots of good every single season. Let's see, who are we waiting on now? We got Balthier. I believe we're waiting. Let's see, there's Krister Bob. We are waiting on Exotic Stew. That's all we need to come back in. And remember, if you guys haven't been betting and you haven't been cashing in your FLG boost points, well, you need to. The drawing for Team Frontline hoodies and Team Frontline jerseys will be this coming Sunday, just before the Grand Final Championship. So we will be doing a separate drawing between those that are using their B tokens as well as those that are using their FLG boost points. So you have 2 different ways to enter, but we're about to join in and get things good to go. It is time for maybe the end of a sweep between the Ninjas and the Mob. Ninjas looking to 4-0 their way into what can conceivably be one of the most dominant seasons of a grand final I've ever seen. Balthier voted as MVP because he's done so much for his Mob team to be as successful as they are. Minecrafting Dad to the backboard looking for a double tap. Can't get there in time. Krister Bob, the captain of this Mob team, has a lot to prove to me tonight that he is ready to bring them to the precipice of greatness, that they deserve a grand final ticket. I'm going to take 50-50 with Krister Bob. Get some urgency going here. That's a wide angle pass. It will go across. Balthier knows it. Exotic Stew. A little bit of a straight line beamer. straight into the waiting arms of Minecrafting Dad with the takeaway from the corner. Waddell to the backboard. That's over to Balthier yet again. He's going to field it. Not a whole lot of boost. So he's going to try and drop it down. Over to Christopher Bob. A good doink attempt, but it will be stopped. And the counter. Waddell almost blocking that would be clear.
I thought they were going to get like a pinch goal there. That looked really promising for coming down into Christopher Bob with Balthier flying.
Honestly,
very promising to go into the net.
If they hadn't been jammed like that, I'm pretty sure that would have been a nice little doink shot for him. That was really good. Now Exotic Stew and Balthier, they're going to take the same line of attack, which is going to open up some space behind. Christopher Bob straight up just turtle flying. That's a pass. Waddell overruns it. Oh, that would be the Ninjas trying to get their lead, but the Mob survived. Christopher Bob, upfield pass, looking for Balthier. Pokes it behind him. Exotic Stew is again left on the goal line. You see Minecrafting Dad and Waddell trying to follow after Luna. He's a little bit hard to follow. He's got a very ball chase mentality.
Wait, who does? I'm sorry.
Waddell.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does.
He's a ball chaser.
He is one with the ball.
He am ball. Exotic Stew. Over to Balthier. Christopher Bob getting deleted. Balthier's going to try and take up the shot. It's going to go lateral, but Waddell's right behind it. Nice safety measure to bring it over to the sidewall. Double commit. Balthier's going to get the boost. That's going to slow Waddell down. He's actually going to take both the big boosts, get turned around. Lunatic. He's going to get demoed. He's going to get the respawn. And again, the Mob cannot do it.
You got to score. Hey.
Oh
my gosh, what a save by Waddell.
Exotic Stew with the drop in. How many times must the Mob be given a chance? And how many times must the Mob leave points on the table?
I dare. You've got to be kicking yourself. They have to have some confidence here, though, Monkey. I mean, they're playing great Rocket League right now. The Ninjas have been on the back line almost the entire game.
Oh my goodness. Christopher Bob rotating. Exotic Stew going to the goal line. This particular setup and rotation for the Mob has been very successful until they let the skies be dominated by the man Waddell.
High up the backboard, and Waddell's already flying. Drops that in, and not a chance. That's a great double, well, not a double tap, but a great backboard read by Waddell there to put that shot in. And the Mob storming out of it, though. They had so many chances, so many opportunities to get a goal.
Balthier already rotated back. Minecrafting Dad going for a shot. Easy one. And now they're showing the Mob how it's done. Easy bit of patience. You come off the post and you put it in.
Yeah, I highly doubt Waddell's ever going to miss that shot. I mean,
I don't think anyone should miss a shot like that.
I have a feeling I would hit the post at one point, but like I feel as if that would be me throwing, and I supposedly I do that a lot. So,
well, the Ninjas up 2 with less than 2 remaining in Game 4, and looking for that 4-0 sweep into the grand finals. Still chances for the Mob to come back, but they have proven to me that they just don't have the ability to score, even when they are given every gift in the world to do so. Christopher Bob, a little bit of a shunt over here, and at less than a minute and a half remaining, Exotic Stew puts one in the top 90.
Tucking it in, I mean, beats what Waddell's side flip there, but what a shot. Tucking that into the top left. Definitely not out of it. Minute and a half to get a goal. As long as they play some solid defense and keep the aggression on, there's definitely a chance here, Monkey.
There's a chance, but it is waning with every second that ticks off that clock. Exotic Stew to himself, getting challenged by Waddell. Waddell and Luna taking up that offensive half. Christopher Bob just trying to outpace, and that's a double commit if he gets between, which he will. 45-degree angle, but no one with the follow. Exotic Stew trying to push Waddell out of the way and gets in the way of Luna, but is this gonna go yard? And they can't quite get it with Minecrafting Dad. Nice save by Christopher Bob. Waddell trying to fake it until they can make it. 50 seconds left. Not looking to get embarrassed, but they've been embarrassing themselves the entirety of the last 2 games. Looking for a dunk, and now to slice it in. A stoppage, 2-1. Less than 40 remaining. And trying to survive in this upper winners finals. Over 1, Exotic Stew, late touch. He gets it past 2. Christopher Bob with a lateral, but Balthier can't outpace Waddell. From the post again, They're gonna retry the same method, but they cannot get to the wall. Minecrafting Dad, less than 20 seconds. Balth here all the way upfield, over the midfield line. Wadil going for the challenge. He's slow, he's low, and this mob is good to go down to the lower finals. But one more? No. Out of position, out of time, baby. The grand finals first ticket punch will go to the Ninjas if they cannot recover and keep this up. 0 seconds ticks down, and the Ninjas, there you go.
Well, Monkey,
Yeah.
they're beatable. They're beatable.
They're beatable if you don't screw up as bad as they did. My goodness.
That may or may not have been one of the closest sweeps I've seen in the Challenger League in a long time. It was a very, very close series, and I think that the Ninjas definitely need to hone into a couple things, maybe go into some ranked, play a few games, because there were a lot of mistakes there that they can't make in the finals.
Definitely a whole bunch. And you know who's going to take advantage of those? They've been watching this whole time. It's going to be the Avalanche. The Avalanche put up a really good fight against the mob just a bit before in the previous week. They don't have Moki Joe, and it's a completely different 3-set, but several, like on a silver platter opportunities just not utilized to keep the mob in this series, in this match, and overall in the upper side of this bracket. Hey, but you know what? Ninjas, congrats. You're 7-0. You're moving on, and you're just waiting for the winner to come out of this lower final. So we have a lot of extra time. I'm going to see if these teams are kind of ready to go. See if we can maybe get a little ahead of the pace and don't have to use our entire Friday night for this. But soon enough, the Avalanche is going to be forthcoming to go against the mob. So we're going to get that set up. I'll get the timer started a little bit later from now, but we will return with the Season 5 Challenger League Championships up for grabs. Let's see who's going to be able to make it into the grand finals here in just a little bit. Oh boy, it is time once more as I get back on the floor for yet another match. We are getting ready for our lower finals. So J-Rod, I guess you're still gonna be with me because apparently our other caster had to go see his brother John. So, I
like how you worded it. That was a very nice way of wording it, Monkey. I do enjoy that.
It's you know, we're flinging around all sorts of terms these days, so why not make it enjoyable and fun? All right,
Absolutely.
so we have the mob now going down to the lower rung against the Avalanche. They have one more chance, as well as the Avalanche do, to kind of make a big say about recovering and taking down these would-be giant ninjas. So, what really needs to happen going against these ninjas? Because I think we saw plenty of it. They don't know when they're supposed to score. I think that's part of it. It's you know,
they're not capitalizing when they're supposed to capitalize.
Yeah.
But when they're not supposed to capitalize and play defense, they try to capitalize. So it's a very, very confusing time for the mob.
Yeah, there's a lot of lateral options that they kind of leave off for one another. There's been a few great passing opportunities they've created when they go downfield, but otherwise it just seems they come up short right in front of their own paint. And I feel like in Game 4, Wadil really threw on the brakes and opened up tons of times for them to get some goals, to include the first 5 seconds. I mean, when all three of your team take up space in front of the opponent's net, and you come away with nothing, something's wrong. So we're gonna hope that improves going into this game. And so yeah, lots to see, lots to prove. By the way, for those of you that are curious, we are going to be doing so the way that some of the B token stuff is going to go forward when it comes to getting in the raffle for a Team Frontline hoodie or a Team Frontline jersey. So it's gonna be one of two different ways. If you've been watching for a long time and you have the FLG boost points, all you gotta do is redeem your raffle ticket. That's gonna be its own separate drawing. For those of you that have been betting, doing all the stuff with our battle tokens and cool stuff and participating with that, so for every 250 points you have, we're gonna be turning that into a raffle ticket. So it will be in increments of 250. So if you get to 750, you got 3 tickets. That's cool. And so we'll be making sure to do that on Sunday. And of course, you will tell me what you want, and then we'll, go through the whole process with you as well. So I was actually incorrect. It's looking like, depending on who I see on the field right now. So we again have Balthier, Krister Bob, as well as Exotic Stew. But it's looking like we're gonna have Icy Panda, Rap, but instead of Cool Hand Luke, it is gonna be Redline. So I don't even need to show, I guess, the actual rosters to the side because Redline's not on there. So Redline coming in is a pretty big move for the Avalanche.
Wait, Monkey. I don't think that Redline. I think he's just in the lobby. I don't think he's playing.
So he's just hanging out?
I think so. Yeah. Do you want me to go confirm for you real quick before we start?
I mean, you can. I mean, I hope that's Redline.
That is Redline, but I think that Cool Hand Luke is sitting in their chat right now.
Okay, go check it out real quick.
In R4P. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, go figure it out. So, of course, confusion reigns supreme. So, hopefully, we figure out one way or the other who's playing. Yeah, so we used to do that, the whole battle, the duel thing at each other for tokens. I don't think it's on right now. We're just doing betting. Easy stuff, kind of keeping track of it. So, what's up?
Well, that is Cool Hand Luke. He's memeing.
Oh, because he's sports.
Yeah, so he.
Can you tell him to leave, change his name, and come back?
Yeah, I can do that right.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go back. Yeah.
And for those of you that do that stuff, it's mostly for my own memory. I'm an old man, and we need to make sure that I at least pronounce a few things correctly or know who's doing what, because it literally says Redline on there. So after today, we have the Challenger League champion. We're gonna do a little interview with them, make sure that we keep track of everyone that participated, a little fun and fanfare. Later on, after that, tomorrow...
He's going to go switch it.
Cool. So, 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow is when we begin the Vanguard League series, and we could have upwards of 7 matches per day, or at least a minimum of 6. And so, J-Rod, you're in the upper finals of that for the 4th match of the day. So that's it's gonna be. So how are you feeling when it comes to going against the fully admitted admin team that is the Spartans?
Honestly, like, this sounds kind of crazy, but like, I have more confidence knowing who it is than I did not knowing who it was, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, the unknown factor is gone.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, do you have confidence?
Oh goodness, Bantho
Do
coming
you?
in.
How confident are you, bro? Huh?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
5.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave now.
Are you? It's pretty.
Intimidation factor is over. I'm leaving.
I don't know. It's like one of those things, like not knowing who it was and having that unknown factor of, you know, Murky coming in and, you know, Chef Blazer being Chef Blazer. Like, they were great player. They are great players, and they still are great players. I'm not taking that away from any of them. But like, now knowing who it is,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Like, it just takes that unknown factor away, and like, I almost. Okay, so at least he kind of changed his name back to what it was supposed to be.
That, yeah.
That's close enough. I'll
close
give it
enough.
to him.
Yeah. So, well, we'll be testing your confidence here later on when we, you know, see if you can, you know, talk the talk, walk the walk. But hopefully everyone joins the field. I told everyone good to go, and so all they need to do is actually get out there. Don't know why there's a delay. Apparently people can't see me, so that's a cool thing. All right, we're gonna get ready for.
Well, do we want to just keep going or reset?
No,
All right.
We are resetting. So that is unfortunate, but apparently our guys don't know when to join at the right time, and maybe he lagged a little bit when it came to it. Always fun stuff here in the Challenger League. Always fun stuff. So we're going to recreate that lobby for all of them and make sure that it's good to go. J-Rod, need you out of there if you can.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the other doofuses out.
For some reason, everyone has a really hard time reading. I didn't realize.
Okay, I'll go solve this problem right now.
Okay. I'm glad I have a very consistent staff and force. But tomorrow, 5 p.m., we will have the beginning of the end for our Vanguard League. And, of course, everything will come to a penultimate finale come the Sunday. Bantho and Nugs, the 2 out of the 3 when it comes to the Spartans. What are you guys doing here?
I came to keep you company.
Oh, cool. Okay.
This
I
guy.
came to keep Bantho keeping you company.
Oh, so we're just a bunch of company, is what I'm hearing.
And I just wanted to make a public announcement that everyone is not a doofus, okay? Do not listen to J-Rod. He's the doofus.
Yeah.
It's true, he's a doofus.
Oh.
Anyway.
What happened? Wait, what? Wait, what just happened?
Well, so is everyone good to go? Is everyone...
Yeah, I told them all to
Clear.
leave, so you should be good to launch it.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what happened there.
Well, we're gonna restart game number 1, hopefully. Do you have a lot of confidence in the mob bouncing back after that kind of drubbing that they received in the first series?
Yes. I think they just were nervous. I think they were scared. I don't think they were ready. And now I think with, I don't know, the warm-up game almost, the 4 warm-up games, they can be a little more confident. But I don't know. I think the Avalanche, I think they feel really good. And I think that they can take this upset and take that momentum going against, maybe force that bracket reset.
I mean, it depends on the amount of tilt. I mean, I was saying some very harsh things about them, but all true. And so I think we are allowed to judge at this point. It's been an entire season. People need to be hitting shots when they should be hitting shots. And the possibility of a bracket reset exists. So, because the Ninjas have gotten all the way to the grand finals through the winner's side of the bracket, if they are beaten in the first best of 7, there can be a second best of 7 after that is a bracket reset. The winner of that one will take this series. So we could be in for a 4th match, depending if that happens. It's a very uphill battle forthcoming. Now, for either of these teams, that's going to be pretty rough. No one has taken a game off of them except for either by technicality or once during the regular season from the Mob. Mob didn't take a single game off of them today. Both these teams are going to be kind of, jabbing and bobbing and weaving to really, cement how they're going to play forthcoming. And then the winner of that has to beat a team that really didn't drop more than 2, more like 1.5 for an entire season twice. They have to beat them 8 games for that's quadruple what they've done the entire season. So that's a tough task. That's a tough task for anyone in that position. But it looks like that we are finally ready, good to go. Our teams are in the lower finals. This is an elimination match. So those that do not make it out of this, do not proceed, will not pass go, will not collect $100, or even have a shot at the same. Exotic Stu. We're gonna be seeing him maybe change up some tactics. Big offensive weapon. But Icy Panda, who finished with the top MVPR in Season 5 for the Challenger League. Huge when it comes to the Avalanche. We're going to see if him, Rap, and Cool Hand Luke will be able to make this work. Exotic Stu leaving it for Krister Bob. Extra tap gets him past Rap. Exotic Stu waiting on a pass from Krister Bob. It's going to be very delayed. Icy Panda. He's going to take advantage of that slowness that Bob is kind of keeping track with. Luke, oh, that shot goes well off target, all the way to the wall. Good demo by Rap. He's going to slow down this offense all of a moment. Balthier can't cross to the midline of the net. Who do you expect to really produce the most when it comes to this Avalanche team? I mean, we could easily say it's going to be Icy Panda, but do you expect any more than him?
I think that Cool Hand Luke's going to finish the 1-2 with him and Icy Panda. I think he's going to be a key factor in this game with Rap holding up the back line and being that solid support character that he's been for the past. He's been here with us for 2 seasons.
Rap, I think so. I don't know if he played much of the previous one, but he's definitely been massive when it comes to this particular season. Krister Bob just off target yet again, needing to solidify their offense. If they have an open net or even a slight wedge to be able to make it forward, they need to be able to hit these shots. And again, this is a best of 7. Every single match today will be. Balthier waiting on the back line. Luke trying to leave it off to the side as Krister Bob comes from the wall. Nice 50 win for Icy Panda. Balthier from the high ceiling. Rap in the Avalanche. They're on the attack and they're just trying to push back this mob. The mob just kind of, the rotations are short, confusing, but they're still getting through the Avalanche, at least pushing them back on the offense.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be a much closer series and a closer games than what we saw in games like 2 and 3 with the Ninjas and the Mob. I think this is going to be 1-goal games, most of them, if not all 7.
This is starting to be reminiscent of game number 1 from the previous series. Oh, trying to outpace it. He's going to own goal. Icy Panda puts the Confuse Ray out there, and it's super effective against Exotic Stu.
I think he got a lot of power on that. I don't think Exotic Stu was prepared for that much of a click off the front of that Octane, because typically you don't get that power that he got off that. He hit that very well off the front of his car.
And he kind of did leave the door open behind him, kind of advanced far enough to where if he was going to touch the ball, it was either going to be at his net or in a dangerous post position. Ice Panda now getting deleted from the field by Krister Bob. Exotic Stu past the Balthier. Shot coming from Balthier. It's going to be short, going to the wall. The pressure being laid on. Now the Mob. They had this pressure early part of game number 1. Oh, this game in particular. Just a matter of using their positioning and take advantage of shot opportunities. Now Rap. Push to the side as Luke is trying to drop this one. A nice bounce pass going to Balthier from the post. Icy Panda letting Krister Bob advance on him. Got to be careful about that. He bumps his own teammate. Rap. The Avalanche, by way of a kind of a confusing lateral touch, are able to have a lead here, but so far it seems like the Mob do have that control.
Yeah, I think the Mob got a little reset after that game. I think, getting swept in a best of 7 is real tough. That's a tough one to swallow, but I think that the Mob, took a little relax. I think maybe their GM was in the chat with them for a little bit, maybe relaxing them, but it definitely helps when you have a good support system. Nice. From the entire franchise for you.
Nice save by Exotic Stu. And yeah, sometimes you just need a little bit of extra pep talk, Get the coach in there, get the GM in there. Oh, man. Luke was getting abused one way or another. He was getting smacked by one car and then lit up and destroyed by the next one. But still, 1-goal game, less than 60 seconds remaining. We have a marathon after marathon after marathon for these guys to have to deal with. Rap taking the back boost. That's going to slow down our runners out there. Exotic Stu going for a clear. Luke applying the pressure. Oh my goodness, a nice little touch. Oh goodness. Let's look at this again. I don't think, if I am correct, that they have, nope. There has not been an offensive goal made yet by the Avalanche.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't even want to say that. I'm just gonna let it sit and we're gonna laugh about it. But no, but yeah, I don't know. I think the mob are the mob's worst enemy. I don't think that I don't know if they want to be here right now. It doesn't look like they want to be here, Monkey.
I don't think I want to be here right now. That's just constant own goals. I don't know how to cast that. I mean, I do, but it's not going to be pretty. And this game in particular has definitely not been pretty. Nice pass. It will go in a errant roll over the crossbar. And, you know, the mob, they beat themselves. But Avalanche, you know what? They'll take the win. Game 1 goes to the Avalanche.
I can't even say it was well-deserved, Monkey. They didn't score a goal.
I mean, so sometimes in Rocket League, it's just about making your opponent be terrible, you know?
Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. That's what my grandfather always told my mom, and now she tells me that all the time.
I mean, and he was lucky to have her.
Oh, I know, right? Great, what a great mom. Regardless, my mom, yeah, a lot of people can attest to that, but regardless, back to the gameplay, because this is more important than talking about people's families. But no, I think that the Avalanche, they came out, and I think they were on their back line a lot. I think the mob put them in positions that they didn't want to be. I think they started to relax about halfway through that game. They started getting some breakouts, started getting some offensive pressure, but I don't know. I think the mob, once again, I don't think that the mob are out of this series, but they keep taking themselves out of the series.
Yeah, they do. And if they're going to see their way out of this tournament, out of this ending playoff, it will be by their own means. But the good news is that if we have the Avalanche here doing what they're doing already against the mob, if it continues and say they were to win, and you know, long-term prospect, if they were to make it into the grand final to go against the Ninjas, they at least know how to take advantage of mistakes and opportunities. So that would be a case to you know, upend the Ninjas, who have proven that they're not going to exactly be flawless. So there's a chance, but the Ninjas, you know, maybe going to shore up their defense forthcoming into their particular series. But we have to still go and see who's going to be able to take this one. Avalanche, by way of some duo of mistakes by the mob, is in a 1-0 series lead heading into game 2. Exotic Stu, little bump off. And now in chase is Balthier. Oh, a nice little challenge. And this is when the offense of the mob kicks into high gear. And even though it's an early set, this is the kind of opportunity and the kind of flex that they can really do that I want to see more of.
Yeah, I think the aggression, when the mob gets on the offense and they start getting those rotations in the zone and they have boost, I think that they really can be deadly and they pose the biggest threat to the Ninjas, but they're just not consistent enough today.
Oh man, Christopher Bob leaving one open. He goes backwards, Rap goes forwards, and the point goes to the side of the Avalanche.
Oh, Balthier just missed that icy panel with a great center, and Rap, right place, right time. Puts it away from Christopher Bob, not able to make this save, and yeah, it's tough. It's tough to be like, let's go, mob, you can do it.
I mean,
this
is like rooting for the Browns at this point. You just know that it's going to be kind of a disappointment. But, you know, they do great things at random times. Balthier already hating himself. He parked his car in the orange paint, realizing that 2 different times he should have had a goal. But you know what? Back to the drawing board and back to rotating. A nice shot comes off the side and will be denied as they put it off target. All 3 of the mob in one spot, using mob mentality, and Balthier, that MVP, finally breaks through.
Yeah, I mean, hey, this is a great view from the mob. Nice little pass to yourself. Tucks it top shelf. Oh, Balthier, you did it. Good job. You got it.
I'm proud of you, man. Proud of you. We're all proud out here. Well, Balthier, maybe he's going to get that confidence up. Because at this point, I would have started to just... I'd be kind of depressed if I was on the mob. Well, I mean, you've lost 5 games in a row. Nice flick here from Icy Panda, who came up just short of MVP himself, be it from a meme or otherwise. Christopher Bob looking for a long clear. He will elevate. A nice pass over to Exotic Stew. What a shot. It will be off the target. Christopher Bob, though, it gets countered from the near side post. Balthier will be taking up corner defense. A nice, but a good challenge by Rap. Sets up Icy Panda off target. The Avalanche are finding some good response here on offense.
Look at the passes coming up from the Mob. I mean, that's just an unfortunate. Oh, actually, you got the touch on that, but there were some breakout plays that the Mob were doing that looked very eerily similar to what the Ninjas were doing against them. Maybe they took some notes.
Yeah, maybe a few. Trying to use that ditto to just kind of, oh my goodness. An opportunity lost by the Avalanche. Christopher Bob nearly going for the stellar own goal, will end up not touching the ball. Exotic Stew power sliding into some boost, but does not loot or maintain possession. Christopher Bob, early touch. He's looking for a few components out there to be able to pass to. Maybe he's just going to dribble all the way down. I think he was trying to see if Exotic Stew would get a demo for him, but the net gets overpopulated, and so far the Mob maintain a 1-1 tie.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that he just missed out the kick.
Actually, it looks like he was going for like a slow, musty flick. Oh, and then everyone just kind of rotated away.
Wait, where did...
It's a boost over ball situation. Balthier flipped for the boost. Chriser goes for the boost. And no one's maintained midfield or goal line defense.
Boost over ball. You love to see it. Once again, though, Mob being the Mob's worst enemy. What? I mean, honestly, I feel like that's going to be the demise. If that becomes the reason why they lose, that is their own demise.
Exotic Stew sending it to the wall, and that's a nice feed. Icy Panda looking for a double. He can't get there. Oh, the no touch is going to leave an open line, and Icy Panda not trying to lead. Hey, actually a miss from the defense is going to give the Mob a chance. Christopher Bob, for once, is going to bank off of it. I think Icy Panda assumed Rap was going to get a touch, and just a poor flight line leaves Christopher Bob with nothing but open grass.
Yeah, if Christopher Bob missed that, I would have hit that left match button, and I would have probably just turned off my PC or my Xbox, whatever I'm playing on.
I mean, if that's the case, he should have done that a long time ago. Most of these guys from the Mob should have done the same thing.
Oh man, that was a little toxic, but it's okay. We're out here, we're having fun. That's all that matters. It's a Friday night.
We're living Friday night. We're feeling right. Oh, Christopher Bob, it's gonna be put it. No, it will not. Balthier looking for a slow pass. Does not make the round of that upper 90. Christopher Bob rotating. He'll grab the midfield boost. It's slowed down by Exotic Stew, and with 1:10 coming up, we're tied at 2. And the Mob looking to possibly tie this one up, but it's still anyone's game. I mean, which player have you seen given the advantage to either team?
I mean, Balthier's been stepping up. I know he's missed a couple opportunities, but he's been playing really well for his team, and Christopher Bob's actually playing a lot better than what he was in Series 1, so I think that's definitely posing well for the Mob. If we look at the Avalanche, though, I don't know. I think Icy Panda is just a little off his game. Maybe he's a little nervous. Maybe he's just a little cold. So maybe it's just going to take him a little bit longer.
Icy Panda. Oh! He left the ball to do a duelist play to try and go demo the goalie. But goalie able to make an easy read. Exotic Stew cannot put this on the money from that nice pass. Balthier waiting at the center point. No, it will be Christopher Bob from the crosshair. Balthier all the way back, trying to get in the way of Icy Panda. Gets it behind Luke. Christopher Bob can't get the feed upfield. He will be late. Luke rotating behind Rap, who gets, actually Luke gets destroyed by Christopher. That's a shot. Respawn coming in. Icy Panda keeps us sound at 2. And now they're trying to advance. One more possession. Balthier between 2 players, and they cannot skirt around them.
Yeah, that could have posed very deadly, and honestly, Exotic Stew putting that on net right there without Icy Panda rotating correctly, that's a goal for the Mob, and we're talking about a totally different situation, but right now we're in OT. Oh, nice. Wow, that looked good.
Nice couple of passes, and they just cannot find the promised land. Icy Panda turning the low side of this corner, and Balthier is waiting. He's going to get the backside of this ball. Shot forthcoming, but Christopher Bob slowed down with an intercept. Now Rap trying to Goomba stomp him. Oh, and they just have to put on. Oh my God. I thought that was going to be an own goal. It was a save. Thought the Avalanche had a shot. All 3 things, but we still come away with no points.
Balthier. Oh my goodness, my God. Your net's on the other side of the pitch. Oh no.
Oh, coming back down. Luke There just a little bit too soon. Wrap with the drop off. Icy Panda, he's in a 1v2 situation. But both of them are in the exact same spot. Nice flick. Challenge comes late. Krister Bob can't find Pater.
Great save by Icy Panda there. Really staying calm in that 2v1.
Balthier. Oh, it's late. Whoa, pinch between 3 different players. Balthier trying to block. Cannot get behind the ball. Minute 15 into overtime. Oh my goodness. The mob, their rotations will be the end of them. And just as I had mentioned, no one has scored. Icy Panda finds all 3 mob mentality too much as they leave an open goal line.
Yeah. Icy Panda showing why he was #1 in MVP voting right there. I'm not voting, but MVP for the season. That was a great shot by him in the midfield, not giving anyone a chance to rotate back to make that save. And if I told you that the mob led in shots that game,
I'd call
would
you
you
a
believe
liar.
me?
I would call you a liar.
Yeah. 11?
Well, 11
Wait, Icy had 6 saves? Wait, what?
6 saves.
I would have never guessed that one. That's, wow.
Double savior out of Icy Panda as he holds down the goal line. Maybe he wasn't exactly acting very well or proficiently when it comes to the offense, but you know what? He held things down on the back end and let Rap and Luke go down and field and score. So, if you can't do it one way, you can do it the rest. But
I would have never even, honestly, I thought he was playing off that game, but no, he just played defense.
Just did something a little bit different,
Hey, that's what I like to see. I like, if it works for the team, do what's best for the team.
Well, they have maybe 2 more chances, the mob do, before this becomes a very, very short day, or at least a shorter day for them. They have a tough trek. They have to play 3 times, at least. They have to play the one they did before, the one that they're doing now, and possibly, if they want to up in the Ninjas, 2 more matches. And in order to do so, they're going to have to take 4 games in a row. Well, maybe not in a row, but they're not exactly setting themselves up for success. Whereas, on the other hand, the Avalanche is quite willing to take advantage of every mistake that the mob is causing for themselves. And it doesn't seem that they're going to stop.
I think that bodes well for them going into the Ninja series. Assuming that the Avalanche do come away with this victory, assuming the mob don't come back, which is quite possible still. But, the Ninjas made a lot of mistakes, and if you're willing to capitalize on mistakes, that could bode well for you.
Icy Panda rotating. It will be a nice, clean challenge by Balthier. Balthier waiting for a patient pass for Krister Bob, and again, the anxious notions and mechanics of Krister Bob slowed down the would-be offense of the mob. And because he was up there in that high 45 lateral, and you can see Balthier just waiting on him to either make it clear, make a pass, make something, and just doesn't play out. Nice takeaway. Balthier not able to read it. Icy Panda leaving it for Rap. Luke on the opposite hip of this man field, waiting on a would-be clear. Minute in game number 3. Telling the tale of the tape. The mob with a miss on defense, and Icy Panda, he splits it between. This should be an easy read. If you're going to the wall, it's a little bit, difficult. There's a difficulty skill that you should be able to hit.
Oh, absolutely. But the shot placement by Icy there is really what kind of set that shot away, too. He knew where he was putting it. He went far post, kept it high, and gave 0 chance of anything. Because if you hit that hit it slow, I think you've got a recovery by the mob there to make a save.
Balthier looking for a follow, at least to get a bump on Icy. Icy gets one, at least to the midfield. Exotic Stu trying to dish it to the post. Balthier crossing lateral. Now Krister Bob extends his offense into the corner, but it will be a clear. Icy Panda, nice little hopper. He goes from the backboard. It's going to be a nice jut out. Balthier helps extend the play on accident, but the mob trying to escape. Exotic Stu to Balthier, and Exotic Stu is mad at himself again because he over-rotated Mr. Balthier 13, Mr. MVP. Krister Bob and the mob. They have, for the good part of the season, they were honestly a very, very tight-knit, well-oiled machine. and then in clutch times, they just can't find the will to finish things off correctly. And it's a very difficult notion to do so in when you're down 2-0 and already took a 4-0 beating, and then let in long bombs like this from the lateral wall.
I mean, pull out the calculator.
Yeah.
That was on purpose.
Totally.
Now, did he think it was going in? No. But was he trying to center it? Yes, and he did just that, except centering it also meant shooting it. And Christopher Bob was not in the correct position, which caused that goal. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think now? I'm gonna ask you this, Monkey, because I didn't see a ton of Challenger League this year. Obviously, you saw all of it. So, would Moki Joe have been the difference maker, you think, for this mob team?
I fully back Moki Joe on a trio of him, Balthier, and Exotic Stew. It has a lot more firepower and a lot more surety on defense. Now, Christopher Bob, obviously, in his own right, very good player, but it's just a slow mechanic style of play. He does very well if he's given time, but in these style of offenses, there's no time to be given, taken, all this stuff. Icy Panda was going for a back pass, but a little bit too much of a nudge. Christopher Bob to the back wall, no boost to fly. Exotic Stew, his flight pattern disrupted. Mob. Well, they're surviving on a whim, a prayer. Breath away from possibly being eliminated. Exotic Stew, he'll cross over the paint and he'll at least get one on the board.
There's definitely a chance. That's a great shot by Stu, putting that above Icy. Not much of a chance to make that save, because I don't think he was expecting the shot to go right above his head.
1:43 left on the clock. The Mob still looking for a game win today. They have lost 6 games in a row. They have gotten plenty of points, but none of them that final one to really end things out. Christopher Bob with a high flick, trying to get it back to himself. Nice little bit of dribbling style, as he's actually an advantageous placement for his teammates. Balthier getting challenged. Rap trying to get around Exotic Stew, and Exotic Stew just a little bit late to the ball. A nice pinch downfield. The Mob advancing on offense. 1:10 remaining. This is a best of 7, so a loss here will not be their undoing, but it could be the thing that puts them on death's door. Wrap to the corner. The Avalanche would love to be one and done to go to the grand finals. If you have 2 chances like this when you're the Mob, you gotta take advantage of each of them. Icy Panda leaving it. Christopher Bob getting bumped. Balthier with a shot. It goes upper 90 and comes out from the back wall. Exotic Stew. This Avalanche, they're on defense now. Mob has taken over. They've taken their boost, and they're taking their time, taking their shots, but that's gonna play against them.
Yeah, I don't know. The Mob are definitely, the offensive pressure is going their way this game, but the scoreboard doesn't show that, and it's just so unfortunate that this is how the last, I guess, 3 games for the Mob have gone.
Would-be killer insurance goal there, getting stopped. We're at silver goal territory right now. Christopher Bob stayed just pointing towards his corner, waiting on boost. Balthier trying to escape his corner. They're playing Goomba time back there, smashing each other's head in. Exotic Stew has all of it, and it will die on the ground. The Avalanche dish up the 7th game loss in a row to the Mob, and they are 1 away, punching their ticket to the grand final.
7 in a row.
Yeah, that is the roughest part of this entire day for the Mob so far.
I don't know. I mean, I've lost 7 in a row before, but like, God, it hurts. It hurts to watch.
Oh, it does. That you're in ranked. You're taking your dues because you're refusing to quit, and then they're waiting for that one sweet win. They want that one, and that's when the streak begins. Because you have 1. That's all you get. You just gotta start with 1, and the Mob may end their day with 0-8. Yeah.
Now, this is bold, but we're talking about popping off on a win streak, and let's say what if, right? What if Mob find a win in game 4, find another win and another one, reverse it, right?
Right.
Go into the bracket reset and don't drop a game. Now, obviously, this is a long shot from happening.
That's a massive shot. That's several percentages lower
That's-
than 1%.
Yeah, it's like 1,000,000 to 1 odds right there. At least it's got to be right now.
If that were to
The-
happen, they would have to go buy lottery tickets. That's like it's the same percentage as getting the actual coronavirus. It's slim. Yeah.
Well, you can ask Esper about that one because I don't think it was very slim. He got it pretty quick.
Well, he should go get a lottery ticket then. That's a pretty
what
low
I told
percentage.
him.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, he's good.
All
I
right.
agree.
Game number 4. What are the odds that the Avalanche actually drop this game? What do you think?
We're gonna give him about 25% of dropping the game.
Okay. All right. Odds are against you, Mob. You gotta go out there. You gotta win. You gotta stop letting people dance all over you because you've been dancing yourself like a fool. Balthier leaving one. Icy Panda. That's points not taken advantage of. Rap and all of the Avalanche. They're stacking in front of the paint, but they didn't come away with points either. Very much a mob mentality thing to do. Rap trying to get it clear and just cannot adjust. Krister Bob and the mob will strike within or just outside the first 30 seconds.
Is that their? Hold on, wait. Is that their first lead of the series?
Yes. Actually, no. I think that's their second lead because there was a couple times the mob were leading. I think in game 2.
Okay.
I want to say.
One of the games they were leading. I think you're right, but like
Yeah.
it's. I don't know. It's a new feeling. The mob are ahead.
I know. I don't know if I can handle these new feelings. I feel like a robot who's just become partially sentient, and I have a heart now. I am the Tin Man, and I have to handle what is love. Exotic Stew rotating back onto defense. Rap just gonna leave it for Mr. Luke, and now it's a double commit. He's gonna come off that flight pattern. Icy Panda unable to make the read. Rap, he just stacks it right behind the defense. That was a nice play.
Yeah, good touch off the back wall and Rap just nice and easy, finessing it over both the defenders and kaboom! So tied it back up 1-1. So just like that, we were talking about a lead with the mob. It felt good, and now we're back to normal feelings.
Yep, normal feelings. But that's again, right when the mob has a chance, they play themselves, and then they let easy peasy little pop and goes happen right in their own paint. Balthier did just turn around, but it was a little bit too late to try and respond.
I mean, if you're gonna give Icy Panda time, that's what he's gonna do to you.
He's gonna make use of it.
Oh, absolutely. You let him pop it up, let him read his own touch, give him all the time in the world, and yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
All right, so with the position we're in right now, I think it's not too obscure to say what if the Avalanche sweep the mob? What if they go against the Ninjas? What do you expect to see of this Avalanche team against the Ninjas?
I was confused for a second what Rap was doing there, but I think they almost need to speed up their play. Although, when the mob did play slower pace against the Ninjas, they only lost 1-0. So he blocked the breakout pass opportunities, those shots coming from the midfield. I think that there's a quite possibility that, I don't know, I think the Avalanche could pose a big threat to the Ninjas' undefeated season here.
If they can take advantage of opportunities when they're there, and if they don't clump up their defense too much, they just have to be the aggressors and just not get caught out. That's what happened many times with the mob. The mob trying not to be shut out for an entire 2 series and lose 2 in a row via 0-4. Luke to himself. Krister Bob trying to disrupt it. Can't get him as Exotic Stew loses on that touch. He goes neutral, but then lands in the waiting arms of Balthier. A little bit of a team bump. That's a double commit. Krister Bob and Exotic Stew. The communication breakdown has been apparent since game number 2 of their first series. Rap waiting on the far post as Luke is on the near post. Icy Panda and all these guys, they're advancing with their captain, or actually advancing with their lead MVPR player. Icy Panda might as well be the new captain of the Avalanche with how well he's been producing. And look at this, it's basically bumper cars. Oh my gosh.
Mario Kart!
Mario Kart, good bump, good, well, I was gonna say good goal, but bit off the mark. Avalanche, a little bit of an inaccuracy issue still there. Off the back wall. That's a shot. That's a kill. And that's a follow. But the Mob can't get done pretty. They at least get done with some pizzazz.
Oh my gosh, pull out the calculator for that one. Obviously, that was not exactly calculated, but like, honestly, the fact that the demo pushed him back to that ball to get the touch, to drop it in the net, because that ball was not going in. That's, you gotta get some luck here if you're the Mob. You need something to start going your way.
Better be lucky for the Mob. They're busting out the calculators. That's a nice pass over to Luke. He can outpace back linesman, but Balthier will rotate in time to that forward side post. 1:10 left for the entire season of the Mob. They have dropped 7 in a row. It's an open goal. Just put it in. He tries to do the layback and let the bait happen, but they cannot get the goal. Less than 60 seconds remain. Christopher Bob upfield. Icy Panda, he chucks it all the way to the back post, and now Balthier with a feed from the 45. Rap gets destroyed. The Mob and Bob are trying to hang on. Exotic Stew looking to the corner. Balthier trying to go to the setup, and it goes nowhere. But Balthier still gets a touch. Oh, it's a 1v1. It's dropping in, but not quite until Balthier comes back, and they have a late lead in Game 4.
Balthier was about to throw his controller through his television or monitor or whatever he's using, and has to doomsy dish that back into the net. That's a great shot by him. 32 seconds left, up by 1. Monkey, is there a chance?
It's a good chance now, but the Avalanche have been able to strike when the iron is hot, even when they are just so cold. Balthier to the corner. Luke waiting on it patiently, but that patience is gonna get punished these days if the timer will not be their friend. Icy, oh, he was trying to delay. A nice read. Good show. The shot just off the backside of the post. Icy Panda with one. And oh! What a shot that was! And what a save it will be as the ball will die. And the Avalanche drop 1. What a save by the Mob. Oh my God.
Half that ball had to have been in the net. Maybe even 75%. Monkey, you know what? Rather be lucky than good. That was good more than lucky. That was a great save to preserve their lead. Icy Panda made a good shot there too. Like, oh my goodness. You know, I never thought, I'm sorry, but I thought it had to have been lucky for the Mob to win at least one game today. But no, it actually came down to skill.
Yeah, that one.
They actually won. They actually saved it. Like, oh my gosh.
They only dropped 7 games in a row to finally get one win. What a save that was. What an awesome progressive attack. The Avalanche just couldn't strike back, couldn't get... I mean, they were at the moment almost to tie this and to bring us into overtime, but I believe Balthier, I think it was Balthier, had that save. I'm going to need to review it. I saved that replay. I'm going to be...
Balthier did save that. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Okay,
oh my goodness.
Mob are alive. They are very well and alive right now. So, you can start looking forward to at least Game 5. This is our first time outside of Game 4. I know, it's crazy. We out here, but every single game is an elimination game, not just match, but game for the Mob. They have to reverse sweep the Avalanche to at all even get to the grand finals. So still a massive mountain to climb, and the mountain is the Avalanche, and the Avalanche coming down cold. Let's go to Game 5 and see if the Mob continues to stand a chance. Will they be lucky? Will they be skilled? They've got to set the tone early here in Game 5.
Yes, they do.
Exotic Stew from the wall. Doesn't really have much in the way of boost at all, but this is a problem that the Avalanche is now starting to consistently have, is that they'll kind of throw the ball upfield and then spread on either their attack or on their defensive rotation. And you saw them, they kind of chucked it up into the midfield there, and then everyone just spread away and went to corners instead of going to the ball. But, you know,
wow.
What am I talking about? Icy Panda coming in, striking first, lower 90, gets that easy.
We talk about spreading out, and Rap puts up the back wall. Icy Panda in perfect position, puts it in the net, and yeah, Monkey, I was going to say, though, the big thing, they are alive, but they have crutches and maybe a wheelchair too, but they need a little bit of help. They need some assistance somewhere.
Well, you know, they can
maybe a lot of assistance.
You know, they can assist themselves by just reading where the ball's gonna go. Christopher Bob, nice pass over to Icy Panda. Sometimes the best thing to do to a ball is to not touch it at all. And that was just a poor placement, poor position, and poor attack.
A lot of time left on the clock, Monkey. A lot of time.
A lot of time. But when they get down by multiple goals, it's not a whole lot of, oh my goodness, leaving an open one here. No, not able to read. Apparently no side wants to play defense. Let's just keep going.
So, and the other funny part about this is he tried to hit that hard. He missed the hard hit. He slowed it down, and that's the only reason why that ball went in the net.
That's all that matters.
Rap would have saved that if it was a good hit. So I don't, you know what? Lucky than good. I don't know what you want to call it. Let's just see what happens. Oh,
double commit. Balthier and Christopher Bob both taken to the skies, and now it's a triple commit. Everyone from the Avalanche pressing upfield. It will be Rap who turns away first. He gets the read as Exotic Stu loses possession. Nice bump. Balthier just getting pushed aside. Icy Panda all the way up. It's going to go to the post. Then one. A minute 20 has been burned off of this clock.
But what?
Yeah, it's every single time I see them like gaining possession, touching the ball. It's just what?
No, what? Somebody score!
Christopher Bob went between all three of the Avalanche, and no one wanted to go and hit the ball. No one.
That was a beautiful setup. That was beautiful.
They've been their own worst enemy time and time again. The Avalanche, they've been able to take advantage of it. They will do the same to the Ninjas if they get a chance, but, you know, still dealing with this team right now. The Mob, by all accounts, is persisting in this lower final. It's been quite the season for either of these teams. Avalanche able to double up their total season wins going into this one. Exotic Stu. And now another attack. They just can't get back in time. No one rotating from the back post, and they're trusting the goalie, who is 10 feet deep in his own net, to launch himself out of there and get the save.
Cool hand loot. Cool, calm, collected little bouncer over. Stu gets the goal, puts him up by 2. Look at that.
Look at that indeed. Game 5 looking like it's gonna. Oh well, you know.
Okay, well, you know what? You know, why do I even?
I'm not even gonna. You know, I'm just gonna talk into this cup. Do I sound like I'm on old time radio? Because these guys are running around like they're old fogies.
You know, it's like Rocket League just came out, and people just decided, you know, I'm gonna play this game, and then just forgot how to do a face-off.
Well, the Avalanche, for all they're good, is starting to be a little bit timid and making a lot more mistakes. Balthier can't get behind it. Exotic Stu looking for a clear. It's at least going to jump into the high corner here. It will be challenged. Icy Panda with the set, and that's an easy knockdown as everyone from the Mob was on defense in that corner.
So, my question is, why is no one in net? Party in the... Yes, it was absolutely that, but you can't do that, so...
I want to say that if it's possible, they're all playing at different game speeds. There's not a good rotation from the post. That's a backboard pass. Balthier gets there as he crosses over. I mean, you already see Christopher Bob, even when Balthier is obtaining that clear from the corner, he's already overrunning it. We have the same thing that comes from Exotic Stu, and I mean, nice little fake out. He's able to make it past the linesman as we have 2 minutes remaining. This is just a no-touch, good call.
Balthier with a savage bump and a calculated fake to beat out Icy Panda, but I think you're right. Now if you look at it and you analyze it, which I'm supposed to be doing, so let's see if my job is going right here. Christopher Bob is playing a little slower of a style, which then doesn't go well with Balthier because he's playing quick, and Stu just has no idea what to do because it's in the middle of both of them. So that's kind of my take at it. So
it really is. And so you have 3 different paces of play. None of them complement each other, but they're trying to make it work. This is definitely like a ranked game. Balthier takes himself out of the play. Cannot extend it downfield. Exotic Stu. Christopher Bob's placement is right behind Stu. Now he's caught in no man's land, rotating to the back post, goes middle net. And he will be the last man back, but Balthier gets a good 50. Icy Panda over to Rap. Rap loses out. Balthier. Oh, a nice placement. They're going to let Luke take it. Now from his own post side, Exotic Stew slows down. Krister Bob trying to come for the 45. That's a great pass. That's 15 down. Avalanche in a bad way. A minute 10 left on the clock. Last time that we were in this type of position, the Mob were able to come back and survive to game 5. Now, can they do that again? I don't know. These tarot cards that they're trying to read their futures with may not be in their favor. Luke, one past Balthier. Exotic Stew leaving it for Krister Bob. I don't think he has boost. Oh, and he does. It's just kind of poor flight patterns.
He waited really long to make that touch. Oh, get bumped.
That was a great bump. Rap with a good read, and it goes off target. 35 seconds remaining. The Mob trying to stay in this. It has been do or die, skill and luck. Every bit of magic has brought them to this moment. They've lost the 7 before, and they have won. Now knocking on the door. A great pass from Krister Bob, but a great clear. Exotic Stew, Krister Bob, and Balthier all upfield at the same time. Balthier, good touch. You can't get it past Rap, though. This is the season. This is the moment. That's a lateral over to Balthier. It's airborne. The timer comes down. Someone has to be at the grass. They keep it alive, and now it's shut down. The Avalanche will be going to the grand finals, and they make it past the Mob in a 4-1 series win.
The dreams are shattered. They're gone. I feel as if after game 4, it looked like, the Mob have what it takes. In the beginning of the game, the Mob had what it took. And then I don't know what happened in the middle. They just stopped playing. They lost track of what they needed to do, and the Avalanche just took advantage of it.
Yeah, I don't think there was a single point where I had very much confidence in the Mob, especially after what happened with the Ninjas. I really wanted to. There was several times that maybe that they were coming back. Maybe there was a shill of just of hope. It was so small, it was bleak, and it was fleeting. And at this point, it's now gone. We bid you adieu. It is farewell for the season. Balthier, Krister Bob, Moki Joe, and Exotic Stew, you guys did so well, but you just could not get to all the opportunities laid out in front of you. But you know what? It is what it is. We're now at the grand final. It's going to be the Avalanche and the Ninjas. We're going to be taking a brief break, and I'm going to make sure that we have everything set up for you guys. You've been waiting the long haul to see who's going to be winning not only the crown for the Challenger League Championship, but of course $100 split 4 ways between all of our teams. I know that Chills End, who is the GM for the Avalanche, is just teeming with excitement. And of course, that the same way of justice for the Ninjas. It's going to be do or die between these two franchises. Please stick around, stick with us. The finality of Season 5 for the Challenger League is coming right up, right after this.
so sweet even when they hurt. You wanna feel, wanna fall in love, wanna give it all up, but you don't want to lose your control. Are we playing this game? Oh, are we playing this game? Are you too afraid, or are you giving in? Let the games begin, 'cause I play to win. Are we playing this game? Cause I play to win. You fear that love is hard to find. Not in your heart, but in your mind. Are we playing this game? Oh, are we playing this game? Are you too afraid, or are you giving in? Let the games begin, 'cause I play to win.
we're getting ready for the matchup of the entire Challenger League. It is once more myself, to include J-Rod, and of course now Monkey Nugs. So, who I think I just got pinged. Cool.
Yep, you did.
All right. Fantastic. It looks like there's a roster change going on. So
roster changes.
Roster changes. All right, so that means I'm just going to show off the roster that I have that is incorrect. So it looks like they're putting their best foot forward, and the Avalanche, or not the Avalanche, the Ninjas, excluding Minecrafting Dad, will be using Sheena. So, you know, if there was ever a time for them to put their best foot forward, it is now. And this is a tough roster to go against. So we're waiting just for everyone to get down to Champions Field and join us. So J-Rod, from what you've seen out of the Avalanche and from how we just apparently got stronger from the Ninjas, do they stand a chance? I mean, can our cool boys keep it cool as they try to surmount this entire dojo?
With the best lineup forward for the Ninjas, I'm gonna have to. I hate to be mean, but nope. No.
Is that a big nope? That's
big old nope.
That's a fat nope.
That's a fat nope from me. What about Nugs?
Well,
Nope. It's a big nope.
It's a big nope. Well, here we go. Regardless, we're gonna see what's gonna be happening. They are gonna be probably the biggest underdog we've had in a long time. Last time that we had Wadil up in this biz, and with his boy Sheena. Actually, I don't know if Sheena was on the same team or not, but Wadil, the last time he was in the grand finals and facing an undefeated season, he obtained his undefeated season. There was not really much to stop him. It was the Avalanche versus the Nova that year, which, hey, it was over a year ago, so we can actually say a year for a different season. But now this one, it's coming down to the wire for the Avalanche. Icy Panda is going to have to produce. Rap and Luke are going to have to support him. All three are going to have good rotations, and they're going to have to take advantage of mistakes that the Ninjas are going to make, because we've already seen they're going to do it. They're going to make mistakes. But how many they're going to make, I don't know. It's going to be rough. I love when people come to join the chat at the end of the season and say, hey, can I join the season? It's literally ending right now. So, you know, good job. Maybe next time. But
Wait a couple months.
Yeah, wait a few months. Maybe when the coronavirus is cured. You know, whenever that happens. Yeah.
We're gonna have a LAN next season.
No,
no, we're not. I'm sorry.
Just going big. Okay, that's fine. Well, all right. So, what are the odds for the Avalanche to be able to make the upset here against the Ninjas?
20%.
I'll give them a cool 17%.
Okay. Not very good, but still, possible. It's less. I'd say it's in that ballpark. The same way with myself. I'd say 1 to 5 to 1 odds. But if the Avalanche were even to get a game win off the Ninjas, that's big. That's huge. Not many people have done that. In fact, only 2 teams have done that. And they're both gone. Both Bandits in a technicality, and the Mob when it came down to the regular season. No one else has gotten a game win off the Ninjas. And so, as we head down to Champions Field, this is gonna be the one time to get it done. You have to. There's no time left. This is the end of the season. This is the grand finals of the Challenger League Season 5, and it's time for us to get ready to go. I've got Monkey Nugs, and I've got J-Rod, and this is going to be a little fun party cast as we figure out who is going to be crowned our Challenger League champion. It's going to have to be a bracket reset from Avalanche or a straight sweep or otherwise from the Ninjas.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness, already on the attack from the post. So, Nugs, what have you been seeing from any of these games so far for the Avalanche? They obviously, they went to 5 with the Mob, but what do they got to do to kind of get past this Ninja group, even with such stark odds against them?
I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot they're gonna have to do, but I haven't been here most of the time watching the stream because I had some tummy issues. Is the best way to put it.
Okay. Do you feel better now at least? You feel Feel better now?
Let me just put it this way. I'm lactose intolerant and I had a milkshake.
Oh,
Why I do it to myself, I don't know, but I like milkshakes, so, you know.
You know, I can't fault you there. I mean, you know, if you weren't expecting the tummy ache, I will fault you, but you know, I won't fault you there. So that's fine.
Yeah, there's a little buy one get one free milkshake, and so you know your boy had to double fist it.
I mean, how could I resist? How could you resist? I mean, that'd be yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, they're gonna have to do a lot. I mean, I think it's just about not making the silly mistakes and capitalizing on the silly mistakes the other team will make. It's just kind of just play a consistent game, and that's kind of hope for the best after that at that point.
Good challenge as Luna has decided to no longer be Lunatic. He just wants to be Luna, as he told me in chat. He's trying to go on the attack. Continuous as him, Sheena, and Wadil ball chase. And another double commit. They're not afraid of double committing at the goal line of the Avalanche. And the Avalanche, though pushed back, has been given some opportunities to at least extend their rotations forward upfield. Right now, the Ninjas just haven't been able to put on the proper shots yet.
No, but they definitely have the pressure, Monkey. I don't think that the Ninjas haven't been pushing to their back line of the Avalanche this entire game. We're already about halfway through.
Oh, but that will be an own goal. And honestly, if he were on Luna's team, this would have been quite the shot.
Not even in? Oh, I don't think that was even in. That's a feels bad.
I don't know. I feel like that was in. I feel like that was going to be something big for him.
Definitely going
You gotta
to
go for it at least.
Yeah, it was headed to net in some
That
capacity.
still hurts. You can't give them goals on top of this team already being as big a favorite as they already are.
That seems to be a pattern, though. Everyone kind of just gives Ninjas goals. I don't know why.
They're just throwing.
Yeah.
They just wanted the Ninjas to win the season.
Demo onto Icy Panda, from Icy Panda onto Wadil. Icy Panda to his own corner. Nice little pop. Wadil's gonna catch it though, and Sheena looking for the follow-up. No, it's gonna be Luna. Sheena on the back line. Comes all the way up to the midline. Boost taken away from Wadil as he tries to rotate, and Sheena didn't grab anything from the back corner. He's gonna be slow as heck when he's on his rotations.
Yeah, the Avalanche are actually they have some good signs. I think they just gotta get off each other right here. But I mean, it's just like something's not clicking for them right now. And I don't know if that's just more the Ninjas or they're just not clicking with each other right now.
Rap scaring me. Last second theatrics on his touches. That's a great touch. Now from Wadil trying to get all the way on. There has been a couple opportunities, and Icy Panda with a great read, able to just dunk onto Sheena as he turned out this corner and could not escape.
Read him like a novel, Monkey. That was incredible. And I think that's one of those things, capitalizing on those aggressive rotations, and there's your breakout. The Avalanche just got from very aggressive rotation that just happened from the Ninjas.
There was a couple. Oh no.
Why do I talk? Why do I talk?
I can't tell if Luke just didn't rotate in time. He was very far. On my screen he just kind of appeared there. Oh, he was demoed. That's what it was. Unfortunate. Rap came out in the midfield, and an immediate response from the Ninjas. They're not ones to go gun shy once you've actually opened up an attack on them. Pinch. Sheena will end up winning. I didn't expect that one. I don't know if he expected it either.
Yeah, that was just a nice little perfect 50 for him, and then that looks to me like it was just a fortunate double tap. You get the flip and your just card kind of go in there. You're like, oh, I'm gonna hit this again. Nice little.
Oh, I must score this now.
I'll clip this one. This seems like a nice
I meant
one.
to do that. I'm God tier.
Yeah,
Oh
let me
my.
just put this F8 right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna clip that.
Sheena with a nice high pop sets this one up, but Icy Panda just can't get the read and makes the wave happen. Wadil, that chemistry really popping off. It took them a moment to start scoring, but when they have, it comes in triplicate.
Yeah, I think if you're Avalanche, you gotta try to switch up. I think switch up tempo on the Ninjas would be the best bet for them at this point. Obviously, you can't give them space, but that's a nice try there. But you can't give them space. But I think if they slow the tempo down, ninjas don't really know what to do because they're just all out aggression.
What was Rap
Don't
doing?
do stuff like that.
He was just starting off going backwards.
Well,
Well,
Monkey did say to slow down the possession, and you know he
You
was
gotta
gonna do
have
that.
possession to slow it down.
yeah.
I don't think sitting beside the ball means you have possession.
That's fair.
Deal with a miss, and Luna's gonna clean it up, and Icy trying to. Oh, he sets it right back to him. They're finding each other out there. It's just a little slow. Wadil to leave off to Luna. Luna now all the way to the corner. This one coming off the back wall. 10 seconds remaining, and the ninjas. They were challenged at first, and honestly, the Avalanche let a couple get away, but the ninjas dominant in their game 1 performance, starting off with a win in this best of 7.
It's a good start.
I just want to clarify, since if you're a Challenger League player, when I say slow down the pressure, I don't mean play slow. Just want that to be known. That means just like take some possession, take your time, and get some better shots. And it's just holy 16 points.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
sorry, but
that.
I am not a points guy, but that's not good points.
That's not good.
I would maybe take some shots. I mean, 11-2. I mean, you took two, just not one, not three, but two shots.
The offense was dominating, pushing them back. They could do nothing but respond. Icy Panda was one of the few that did get upfield, and when he did challenge, he was able to make a nice read. But that's embarrassing. Well, 3 more tries. That's pretty much how we treat this. Avalanche working to try and force what could be an upset, and they would have to force a bracket reset. And a very rare case of anyone getting a game off of the ninjas may not even happen. Ninjas have been just powerful. They've been overranked and in the wrong league this entire season. But it's current league versus historical, and things will change going into season 6. So by virtue of these guys having played a lot before and just being very, very good, this is a massive David. Oh, he did switch to Batmobile.
Oh,
I think the whole team
of
is.
Batmobiles.
Wait, is the whole team Batmobiles?
Yes. Okay.
Shout out to Batman.
Interesting.
All right. So the pay-to-win car.
Oh, so they paid to win. That makes sense now.
Sounds like someone I know.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Fair play.
Ow.
Shot coming
Yes.
in. So, I mean, if they're going to go Batmobile and they're going to, go the way of the bandits who decided to go Scarab, it's a little bit different. But, oh my goodness, what a save by Sheena. This car can produce. It's much longer, much flatter, and much more angular in its attack. If they allow the Avalanche to come back to this, it will be their own doing.
What?
Oh my gosh.
They keep saving it inside of that left post.
I mean,
It's their post. It's their nice post.
Can we switch sides? Let them get the good side. But no, I don't know. Like the ninjas, how they play right now is like how everyone dreams to like want to play in the league or play Rocket League, where it's fun.
My goodness.
You do what you want. You can tell they're just having a good time. Just hitting some bangers, hitting some nice top corners. Good read there by Wadil. This is what you want if you're the ninjas. If you're the Avalanche, this is what you don't want.
Yeah, this is a very, very dominant group. They have. I want to see what's gonna happen with these guys if they end up coming and going to Vanguard League next season. It's a completely different beast. Lots of accelerated skill sets, and I'm kind of excited to see what they'll be able to compete with. Sheena getting knocked backwards as Icy Panda and the Avalanche trying to do anything they can to just get a single game from this ninja group. I mean, and credit to Justice and his recruiting as well when it came to the early part of the draft. I mean, just doing great things to be able to get this team together.
Yeah, snagging Luna, it was a real quiet pickup. No one was really talking about him, and grabbed him in the second round, and it just rounded out this squad.
I mean,
Very well.
I'll be honest. I'll be a little toxic. I thought he was washed up. But came out, proved I'm an idiot. So, it's not hard to do that, but he did it very specifically against me, and I deserve it. So, all power to Justice and to a good little grouping here, and that's what kind of makes up a good season. Is if you're gonna have a good draft in the first place and a good roster, good personnel, you get this kind of success.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a successful season, you got to make Monkey Man look at least dumb. Like, you got to make him look dumb at least one time. Like, that's
At least
just
one.
kinda weird. That's how everyone wins.
Yeah, that's I'm okay with it. It's my lot in life. Icy Panda going for a bump as Sheena leaves one up. There's only been one goal so far. It was a very pretty lean back, notch goal inside of the back post. But so far, it's been a lot of playing around by the Ninjas. They fall into the attack here. A little bit of a miss by Icy Panda as Luke not really involved just yet. Luna trying to go for a bump on a wrap. This one dropping down. Nice long clear. Minute 45 left. I don't know. You guys Batmobile mains? Anyone like playing with it? I think if I remember right, Nugs, you like the Batmobile.
I like the Batmobile. I like every car, if I'm honest. I mean, there's not a lot of cars I don't like, but Hot Rod's one of them. The Ripper's one of them. The Ripper is also one of them. I don't get the point of that car. But no, I like the Batmobile because it's just a nice long old board.
It's a board?
It basically
it's just
is.
like a long
It's a
old
plank.
rectangle. Like it's just a big old plank, and it makes hitting the ball real easy when you're playing bad. That's why it's a pay to win.
Still,
Fair.
the Avalanche not really been making use of their space, and they just get swarmed. Rap needs to rotate back, not able to go get any boost until now. Still under duress. Luke trying to extend his play. He goes past the midfield line, actually makes it past Luna. Oh, mistake here, and they are finally able to tie it up through just a few mishandling mistakes by the Ninjas.
Thought we were gonna have another moment where it just sat on the goal line.
God, it linked up. Oh my God, that was a
All right.
seizure moment.
Time for a Nugs call.
What's the Nugs goal?
Avalanche is winning this game. It's not
Really?
gonna be a sweep. I'm calling it.
Well, Icy Panda going
Right
for
here.
the double. Oh! that was the moment.
I'm not
Rap.
gonna say I'm playing in the Scarab again.
Wow.
It worked,
You learned
but
your
not gonna
lesson.
do
You
it.
learned your lesson.
Jeez.
What will you do if this somehow goes to a game 7?
I will not commit to anything unless
You're not gonna commit to
Avalanche-
anything, even a game 7?
Unless Avalanche gets the win for this series and next series. then
What?
I'll play in whatever car you want every game.
Every game.
I'll
Well,
change
The
every
Ripper.
game.
all right,
Ripper.
Ninjas, you know what to do.
Oh God.
All right.
Please don't happen again. That team already hates me.
I love that. That 0-second kill is perfect. Oh, a double commit. Icy Panda, he has to make a decision now. He did not go for it. That's a double. Sheena and Wadil upfield, and now a save by Icy Panda at the post. I thought he was going to get punished for his or for his indecision from the crossbar. No one's there. Just put it in. Sheena and the Ninjas up 2-0 in the series.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. These are the type of goals that you just can't give up. Like that's just, I don't know. Like someone's got to be in net. Like, and if that still goes in, and so you have someone in net, fine. But there's just
Whoa.
not
What?
having stuff
Sheena.
like that. Oh,
His ping? Whoa.
Yeah, they did say that the server
RIP Juice WRLD.
just went terrible as soon as they went to overtime.
And I'm not trying to point fingers at no one, but you went from 16 to 42 points. Like, you gotta step up a little bit there.
Yeah,
Just-
He didn't even triple his points from last game.
yeah, Luke non-participatory in this particular match so far. Gotta kind of wonder what's going on with that in particular. But we're gonna be proceeding into game number 3, where I don't know if it's gonna be much different than the first two, but there's and maybe they'll just not be in Batmobiles. I don't know if many people changed out, came back, whatever. We got to get Luke involved. It's honestly a 2v3. It really is. So
And this is definitely not a team that you'd be like, 2v3, it's fine. We could probably pull a game or two out.
not at all.
Not gonna happen.
Not on the Ninjas. Nope.
I mean, J-Rod, we can hop in there in the Avalanche. I mean, you just
You guys are weird.
monkey you in?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go. We're in
All
there.
right, we'll switch.
Yeah.
We'll just change our names.
We'll have Icy Panda be Monkey Man. Rap. I want Rap to be me.
You want Rap to be you? Oh my
Yeah.
God! Did you see that triple commit? Okay, so
Look at that clear.
Wait, what car is this? Wait,
this is
wait.
I think that is the number 2 DLC pack.
Is it the Masamune?
No, it's not
I didn't see it.
Masamune. It was, well, okay, so Luna with a great shot as we're trying to decipher this car.
Oh.
No, that car is from the second Rocket
Battle,
Pass.
a Rocket Pass. Oh, that's the, I don't know.
Good job.
Dystro? No.
No,
Nope.
that's not a, that's
No.
not,
No, sorry. I was a Dystro man.
You are a
I'm
Dystro man.
embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know what? It'll come to me. It's just gonna take a little bit. Cyclone.
Someone.
Is that Cyclone?
I have no idea.
Someone. Come on, chat. Where you at?
Chat
I've been
knows.
watching now.
Oh!
Oh!
Okay, Luke, he's involved.
I don't think Luke got
that
the
wasn't
shot.
Luke.
That was not
He's
Luke.
involved.
Luke hit it here, and then,
No, man, he scored it. It's his goal. See? Look at Luke. Luke
What a
balling out.
shot!
great
What a
shot.
shot coming off his
Look
own
at
back
Luke
wall.
balling out. See? This is it.
This is the moment. Yeah.
This is his moment.
Yeah.
He's about to have like a whole 100 points.
Is it the Guardian? Is that right? HP Buddy?
That's what it is.
I
That's
trust
what it
HP
is.
Buddy.
I think it is the Guardian.
If there's anyone I trust in this league, it's HP Buddy.
It's true.
Absolutely.
I don't have a reason why. It's just
With my life.
I don't know if it's because his
One-
name is Buddy or what, but
He's my buddy. By the way, buddy, you better be practicing. You got some matches to do tomorrow.
better be practicing, old buddy. Oh,
Sheena coming in.
Dungaruski.
You know, Sheena's just gonna score all the goals. He scored the first one, the second one, and the third one.
I mean, if they're just gonna leave the ball floating over their net, then
I'm straight up lagging out. Is it that bad?
We'll take a
yeah,
look see.
you're winning 2-1. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no.
Let
Believe in you,
them
buddy.
win the game. They can play the play.
You got it.
Just over a minute into game number 3, and the Ninjas facing, or more so the Avalanche facing a possible sweep against them in the grand final of the Challenger League Season 5. So far, too easy. And hey, they actually could make a good challenge. Rap out here trying to rep for the Avalanche.
That was bright. Once again, that goal explosion never ceases to amaze me.
I can't stand that.
Oh my God.
Why is that a thing?
That's what
Also,
I'm saying.
I don't know if you said he was trying to rap, but if that's what you said, then he's spitting bars.
Episepli? Is that what you said?
You see, his eyes are messed up, so he's not able to type
Instead of
anymore.
epilepsy is episepli.
Yeah.
I got you.
He's episeptic right now.
Episepli.
999 ping for Sheena, just FYI.
All right, we're gonna change this server after the fact because it seems to rampantly just be exploding. But so far, so good for the Avalanche, sticking to their guns and being able to kind of compete, at least for the most part. Less than 3 minutes remaining. Has this been a product of anything that the Avalanche has changed, or has there just simply been, disconnection issues to take advantage of?
I don't know. Well, that's... okay. Luna,
I don't know. I wasn't able to see what's happening.
So,
and then when I
he
opened
tried
my
to-
eyes back, this is what's happening. Is it?
He tried to...
Never knew.
Which, I mean, that's not a bad idea, but
No, it's
you
a
need to be
bad
a little
idea.
quicker. You need to be a little quicker than that.
That's a bad idea. No, I think the Avalanche are playing better, but I mean the connection issues for the Ninjas. It seems like it's really only affecting the Ninjas. So hashtag lag switch for the Avalanche. But you do what you gotta do, you know.
Just come out here, hit them with the turbo,
If they're going, if they're going to use them pay to win Batmobiles, you do that. You do you.
You do what you need to do to be successful.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
Exactly. He gets it.
Oh, Dill almost put it in, and Icy Panda with the follow-up. A little bit of momentum regardless of someone's server exploding, someone's router being made from Walmart parts, or if, you know, Icy Panda is just going to go in there and assert his dominance, Avalanche is ahead by 2 with 2:12 left on the clock in Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, Avalanche is taking advantage, and I told you. Still, please don't do nothing. I told you, Avalanche aren't getting swept. I feel it in my butt.
In your butt? Not your bones, but your butt.
Yep, right in the hole.
Right in the, right. All right, set up. Waddell intercepts. Rap trying to get back to it, and they just can't get the goal. A little bit of a lateral inaccuracy. But now Sheena, I believe he's picked up a few packets from the interwebs, and he's trying to get back on track for the attack. Sheena to the corner. Luke, extra bump on an Icy Panda. Oh, this one's going to come straight down. He hit that high corner, easy read, easy feed, and then they're within 1, less than a minute and a half remaining.
Yeah, that's a self pass right there. He's like, yeah, this is what I want to do here. Roll right down to myself. No one's going to hit it. Yeah, easy claps.
Did he turn, wrap around? Did he just like skid him to a halt? Because he just stopped.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know what happens half the time. I'm just going to be honest.
Rapid straight shot. Over rotations. Rap's just going to get this one back.
Where'd the defense go?
There's Waddell.
Everyone's
There's
upfield.
Sheena. I don't even... Oh, okay, yeah, they're all just, I guess, waiting on the pass that went to the other team.
You know, they're just trying to abuse that goal explosion. Rap with the hat trick. They want to see us go blind by the end of this game.
It hurts my eyes so much.
Hashtag they're throwing. And I don't want to use whatever card every game.
Waddell.
Actually, it probably doesn't matter. I'm just gonna get carried. It's fine.
Luke trying to make a little touch pass over to Icy Panda. Now Rap and the Avalanche. They're looking to possibly do what's only been done twice this season. Once that really didn't count, and another that was done around week, I think 2 or 3 in the regular season. Getting a game off of the Ninjas. They had to utilize network connection issues. They had to utilize basically a 2v3, and you know, the Ninjas still fighting back and still contenders in this game can very well tie it up if they're able to get a score here soon. Oh my goodness, just like this one.
Not out of it yet.
It is.
There's a chance.
I'm not gonna make a call. I'm saying that now. Don't ask it from me. But that was a great shot by Waddell
I'll make a
off
call.
the post.
They're gonna tie it up.
You think that's gonna happen?
Old strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
19 seconds remaining. The Ninjas trying to continue their multi-game sweep. They've already had 4 on the mob. They're trying to get 3 here so far. Good takeaway. Waddell with a lateral. Lunatic. Oh, they just can't get behind it. Sheena to the back wall, and he missed. Luna trying to keep it alive. The Ninjas looking to keep it off the floor. Sheena to the ground. Oh, and he lands on him. It's so the Avalanche take 1 of the 3 games that the Ninjas have dropped this season.
I guess I'm just supposed to call out that the Ninjas are gonna tie stuff up and come back, and they'll lose. So I just gotta make some calls.
Just make some calls, call some people, get the president on the line, tell him what's up. You know, the cure's here. All right, so we're gonna see. These guys seem to be stabilized.
Are we resetting the server, or?
It looks like things are stable right now. I don't think this is a server issue. I think this is a him issue, because whenever he is having issue, no one else is. So we will continue on.
Like it's been Sheena and Waddell's.
Well, they're brothers in the same
Sheena and
spot.
Waddell in the same house?
Wow.
Yeah.
That'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Wait, how's one of them lagging out and the other one's not? These are questions.
Well, I mean, depends on if you're directly connected in, if you're connected in through a long port. There's a whole bunch of things. The point is, don't download porn in the middle of your grand final. Or if you're on Wi-Fi.
Wow.
Whatever you're doing.
Oh my god. I hate when that happens.
Dang, are you gonna do that one tomorrow, Monkey?
No.
No, the other one.
No.
You
I
call
know
him
how to
Nugs.
say
You
no.
start calling him Nugs.
That's true. You got
I am the Nug
He is the Nug Man. He is the Walrus. Cuckoo, Cachoo.
Nug.
All right, so it is 2-1. Going into game number 4. Ninjas have dropped a single game today by virtue of everything possible going the opposite direction of good. This particular goal directed by Michael Bay.
How do you,
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate bump challenge that Rap had right there. He went for the challenge and he got bumped back and helped the ball just perfectly get guided for an easy shot.
yeah, Sheena Speedy.
He's a speedy boy.
You can tell that they're taking this one more seriously and that they feel like they're challenged because they've all switched back to the Octane.
What's wrong with
Yeah,
the
that'll do it.
Luna trying to go for a drop-in shot. Icy Panda leaving it for Luke. Nice long clearing, good save. Sheena drop to Wadil. He gets the vertical superiority. Rap will make the turn first. That comes from the back wall. Luna ends up back passing it in favor of the Avalanche. That's a early flip miss. Sheena gonna get challenged by Rap. There's been a couple times, even when they were taking this seriously, that the Avalanche was able to make some great reads and great challenges and find the crease between the counterattack of the Ninjas.
Yeah, the Avalanche are having that good. I think it's most of the time it's Rap is challenging them at the midfield, which is like he's doing good about that. It's just needs to revert into a good possession or shot more often.
To the by corner, Luke, who was responsible for only 58 points of participation in the first 2 games, now becoming a huge member of this current Avalanche squad. They're down 1 in game 4, trying to fight back to a tie in series play. Luna with a good catch is going to drop over to Icy Panda. Not a good read. Wadil to the back wall. It's a double commit, and they will bank off of it, and it's none other than Luke that finishes it off.
Saying
Capitalize on those mistakes.
when you have a 3v3, it's anyone's game at that point.
I'd agree
How
with
it
that.
works.
You're ridiculous.
I mean, the Ninjas made a huge mistake there, and finally
2
the Avalanche capitalized on it.
There was 2. No, actually
the
there was
double
3
commit.
mistakes. There was one at the midfield, one at the corner, and then that one that ended up being a pass. Now, Luke actually almost took away what was an easier shot for Icy Panda to knock down. Oh my goodness. Icy Panda stuck 10 feet deep in his own net trying to read this play, but Sheena puts it in way too quick.
What a pass.
Yeah, you can't. I don't understand the positioning. I just you're gonna save it only if it goes to that one bottom corner that you're sitting in. You might as well at least turn your car towards the opposite corner that you're in, so you could drive that way. But
At least pre-jump. Something. Push
Something
car in the
like-
way.
I mean, like at that point, there's not even a point of you being in net, honestly.
Still with the high toss over to Sheena. Sheena wide of the mark. Luna gonna try and get back to it. You have 2. And this is another thing. There's no backboard defense. All of the Avalanche are sitting at the low side of net, and no one's rotating from the vertical end. Wadil, he's gonna take a little bounce on that ball. Nice placement. Icy Panda though is gonna steal it. No boost for him. And this challenge may be able. Well, no, Luke upending rotation at the midfield, and Ninjas return to offense.
Yeah, something I've noticed is the Ninjas, when they push up, they all push up together. I mean, or double commit.
This one, both of them, all of them.
They all commit at least, and they're all going up, so they can get some team, not necessarily passes, team passes and finishing each other's mistakes and misses. And Avalanche are just kind of relying on one person to do something, and then maybe they'll turn it up, maybe not. But it's just kind of a 1v3 when they're attacking.
Wadil looking for a midfield pass over to Luna. Luna will follow up and bring it right back to the wall that Wadil just escaped from. Sheena trying to take that opposite side approach. That's a double commit. They both hop. The clear will be late. In the midfield now, possession returns. Rap getting challenged. This one going right back under the hood of Wadil. Luna challenging upfield at less than a minute and a half remaining. Avalanche still within striking distance, but it's getting further and further away the longer that clock ticks. Trying to go, he's set up for the redirect. That's that lean back shot when you're trying to go for that kind of, that's a great steal. Oh, this one could get redirected. A nice save by Luna. Wadil, full tank of boost, full speed ahead. No one on the Avalanche looking behind, and Sheena will take advantage and extend their lead out by 2.
I think they forgot about defense there. I think they might have forgotten there's 2 parts to the game of Rocket League.
Got to get that rotation down. It's tough because they're trying to get the pace of play up to what the Ninjas have already established. But another double commit here. Both Rap and Luke go for it. Less than 45 seconds remaining. A miss. We've seen several misses. I think that's just a lot of extra speed that the Ninjas have on their side that they just don't account for. Good read by Luna. Wadil unable to snag it. We're gonna try and come back to it. And then indecision. Rap did not go for the ball. Left it for Luke to try and clean up, and that's just gonna leave the Ninjas on offense for much, much longer. Luke not gonna beat the flight pattern of Wadil, up to winning 2 separate challenges. It's gonna be a 3-1 series lead for the Ninjas here as we head in what can be and will be match point for our grand final for the Challenger League.
So, do you? Oh, wait for it. Oh, that sucks. Do you think Avalanche has what's the percentages y'all are given for Avalanche to take this game? Just this game.
Game 5?
Yep. Just to win this game. What do you?
Boy,
what is
okay.
percentage-wise you think the likelihood?
No.
I do want to point out. Look at Luke's points. I mean,
250.
he's stepping it up.
Look at the Ninja
Look at the shots.
They got
Look at the
16 shots to
shots.
3.
Oh my god.
Don't look at all the stats.
I've been looking at stats all season, Nugs. That's all I've been looking at.
Oh, okay. That's
But-
9 shots from Sheena. He hit 33% of his shots.
Jeez.
Yep.
16 shots for the Ninjas, 16% chance that the Avalanche take the next game. Big thoughts.
All right. I'm going to go with 15% in favor of the Avalanche. It's not good. Look, this is a mighty hill to climb. They were able to get 1 win from the Ninjas when they were basically ass backwards and like holding controllers upside down. Someone just jumping up and down on an Ethernet cord and the Wi-Fi router, picking up, Uncle Joe's, porn set off to the side. Look, it is gonna be really, really tough. This grand final, I expect to end in this game, but Avalanche, feel free to prove me wrong. What will more than likely be the final game of the season for the Challenger League begins now. Minecraft Dead downloading Rocket League porn. Some bangers. That's good.
He also had a funny joke earlier. I think y'all would love this.
Oh no, I saw the
I said
did
I
not
was
see
double
it.
fist. I said I was double fisting the milkshakes, and he said I'm gonna be double fisting them toilet paper rolls in the bathroom,
that's perfect.
which is funny. But if I had the money to afford 2 toilet paper rolls right now, I'd be a rich man. I'm
Yeah.
just throwing that out there.
Yeah, not everyone can afford all that Charmin, and a fist fight at Costco.
No one can even find the Charmin at Costco, let alone afford it.
TP for you. Send me an address. From the back wall, Luna, Sheena. So there's been 1 car change, and it's been Wadil moving on from the Octane to the Fennec. He's gonna have some fun. The Fennec is still a very, viable car. Opposite corner, he's stealing all their boost. This is an Avalanche team with no boost, trying to get a single clear. Sheena on the return. This one going post. Luke with a set to Wadil and just misses off the front side post.
Yeah, that was just a little Wadil just going back and forth, just boost to boost on their side. Just like, oh, let me take the ball over here. I'm gonna grab this boost. Let me take it back. And one more time.
Nice little toss. So far,
Counterattack by Avalanche.
Still at zeros for either squad. Luke there just a little bit late. This one, he's just trying to dunk. And that's a 1-2 punch all the way from downtown from Luna to Wadil.
Wait, he hit that?
Oh, he did. He did.
Nugs, can you hit that?
Can you hit that, Nugs?
Can you hit that?
Can you hit that?
Yeah. If I'm in my scarab, yeah.
If you're just kidding.
Besides the scarab, no.
You know, you should prove that. You should be in the, in the winners finals.
Yeah, be in the
tomorrow.
scarab, yeah.
Yeah, be in the scarab.
I do want to acknowledge something, actually.
Yeah.
So our plan was, me and J-Rod had a plan to both go scarabs when we played each other during the regular season, but
We did.
that game wasn't televised or
Or it didn't even happen.
whatever you want to call it.
Twitch-avised.
Yeah.
I like that word.
But that was gonna be a thing, but someone had to ruin the dream.
It's kind of true.
So
J-Rod, you owe him a moment.
So is that what you're? So is that you want the moment? Is that what you want?
I want to see this
Game
moment.
one.
Yeah.
Game one.
What are you talking about? Whole series?
Was the casuals not enough for you, Monkey?
Yeah, you better.
I mean, I did it on the casuals.
You did it on the
I love the casuals.
So
I mean,
you
it's
want?
not like I
you
beat
want?
them.
Okay, wait. That's enough. You want one game? You want game one?
I wanna get this approved with my team first. I need to talk to my lawyers.
I mean, they've been carrying you all season anyway, so it's not like you being in a scare will
Yeah.
be different. So
Yeah.
Now,
But
what if? Hold on. Now, does it have to be the Scarab? Can I just pick another BS car? Does it have to be the Scarab?
no, it's gotta be Scarabs. Come on, you guys said Scarabs.
I see one of them in chat. So, all series or bust? Are you saying that to me or to J-Rod?
I think he's
Roadhog.
saying it to me.
'Cause
I
you
feel
know-
like he's saying
Shot coming in. Avalanche
know
trying to tie this up. We're in possibly the final game of the season for the Challenger League. So we'll focus back on this. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Wadil trying to go for the drop pass over to Sheena. That's a nice takeaway though from Luke as him and Rap coming from the midfield. They split apart. That's the most frustrating thing that we've been watching with the Avalanche is they're leaving too much for someone else to do when they can do it themselves. Rap, no boost. Over to Luke. Now to the sidewall. That's a direct line shot in off the backboard. Nearly an own goal. Luna upfield. Sheena. It's a neutral 50. Icy Panda. It's going to be a flick. No, he can't form it in time before Wadil goes out for the challenge.
Like the Avalanche doesn't want to play. Like they're just moving away from the ball. Oh, what a
Nice
shot!
shot.
Great
Luna with
save
a
by
great
Luna.
save. Icy Panda to the corner. He has to outpace this. Wadil, they are not getting in their faces fast enough. 63 seconds left. The Avalanche, the last hope for the entire Challenger League to take down an undefeated Ninjas. Wadil going for his second undefeated season between seasons 2 and seasons 5. He will have, if this completes, 18-0 in series play.
Wait, what? He's only ever played 2 seasons?
He played season 2, he played season 5, and he's undefeated.
I feel like Luna's series record's pretty good too.
I feel like Luna's just freestyling on him right now.
Great
That was a
shot
great
by
shot by
Luna.
Luna, yeah.
Luna was unable to complete having a good season with the Tsunami way back when in season 3.
Oof.
And now, it took a little bit of extra time. 2 seasons later, he comes back and he's dunking on fools like it's 1999, kicking kids like they have the coronavirus. Icy Panda trying to get one from all the way downtown. Great performance from him for the entirety of the season, but Wadil, Sheena, Luna, and inclusive of Minecraft Dad, a mega dominant Ninja squad. As the timer comes on, and there is 2-0 left. This last gasp attempt will not come about for Season 5. This will be your Challenger League Championship team. Our first champion of the weekend. It is the Ninjas. Congratulations to them. And a job well done. Icy Panda and Cool Hand Luke, as well as Rap. They did what they could. Avalanche coming in a primo second, doing great stuff. Ninjas, you take number 1. You do a very fantastic amount of work for your squad. That awards you guys $100. You split it between the team, and of course a little bit of good commission to go back to the GM for the Ninjas to justice. So let's hop into their chats, boys. Let's go down and see the Ninjas. Let's head on down.
Where are they at?
All right, we're coming down here. Luna, Sheena, and Wadil.
Oh.
And Minecrafting Dad, there you are. Hey. So, congratulations to you guys. You did a fantastic job this season. Ultimately, just dominating and doing great stuff. So, today wasn't a complete sweep. You guys had some networking issues. You had some stuff.
990 ping.
Yeah, massive ping.
Yeah.
Massive ping. But
That's it.
I didn't get the 999.
But you guys did great. Luna, it's been a long time coming, seeing you kind of come back into like league play, and
Dude, Luna actually carried me, dude. That kid's the goat.
he's good. He's good.
Thank you.
But Wadil and Sheena, you guys have been the kind of wombo combo for a long part of the season. Do you guys plan on coming back for whenever we have our next season going on to the Vanguard League?
Depends entirely on Honor.
I don't know. I might. I still have to decide. Depends on when it is and what's going on IRL if I have time, but maybe.
Okay. Hey.
Also, Sheena and I wanted to say we're giving from each of ours $2.50 to what's his name? That's who stepped in for us. Salty. Yeah, whoever stepped in for us, we're giving him $2.50 of each of us, so 5 total for stepping in for that series last Friday.
Hey,
really appreciated that.
That's really cool of you guys. That's honestly really awesome, and that's sharing the love. So.
I think I teared.
So, one of the guys around here, so Minecrafting Dad, this is your first time with these guys and with our league as a whole. What's kind of your thoughts? Kind of play out the season for me. You got to play today and kind of got to be into into the league. So tell me about your experience here.
Yeah, I think it was really good. I'm so used to like broadcasting and shoutcasting games that it's fun to get involved and mix it up a little bit. And next season I'm looking to come out and do this again.
That'd be awesome to bring you back. You honestly kind of popped off today. You had quite a few series. On the first one, just kind of dunking from the backboard. It was cool to see you get aggressive. That was awesome. So
yeah.
So,
these guys are high flying. It's like a circus, So usually I just try to hold down the back end a little bit with some defense.
Dude, our defensive hard.
I'm gonna throw this out there, the risk of hurting y'all's feelings, but Minecrafting Dad's my favorite. Sorry, I'm just saying.
He's the goat.
Waddle's my brother.
Oh yeah, we know, we know. So again, congratulations to you guys. Perfect season. Wadil, you're still undefeated. We were talking about how you're 18-0 from season 2 and now in season 5.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to kind of lay into you if you come on back.
I'm sure if I go into Vanguard next season, I'll lose a game.
Hey,
Sure.
well,
Or 7. Who knows?
you guys only lost 3,
Or 7.
like more like 2.5 this season. So.
Did we lose 3?
Well,
You
you had a
lost the game
technical
without
one.
Oh, they'll forfeit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oof.
I'm not gonna like throwing that out there. I think if somebody's traded, and I think the games that they have to play should be changed to not as the. I don't know.
Hey, that's something good to bring up. And kind of a jump pad from that. If you guys have something that you guys really want to bring up as a change into going into season 6 or even any of our other events, we're gonna be having another town hall meeting. I know you guys love those, but I know it's my favorite thing. So the weekend after this one, so next weekend we will be having an all-star tournament as well. That we'll be laying out the composition of teams. Basically, in short, every single team must have 1 challenger player, 1 Vanguard player, and 1 Champion League player. So that's gonna be
Oh my.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun mix. So if you want to get that all-star tag for the Discord, join us in a week, and we'll make sure that everyone's signed up appropriately. But Minecrafting Dad, Sheena, Wadil, and Luna, congrats! Fun, fantastic, undefeated season. We hope to see you all again soon.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
See you later.
Later, guys. Okay, so it's been a fun thing to end the Challenger League. Again, if you're just now kind of seeing any of this, if this is your first time, or maybe you guys are all there at home, you know what this is. It's Diamond 1 through Champ 1. We may adjust going to the next season, the ranges of ranks. That may change up, but we still have 2 more championships to go. Not tonight. Starting tomorrow. 5 p.m. Eastern, we begin anew. We have at least 6 matches for the Vanguard League, and it's going to start in the elimination rounds in the lower side of the bracket with the lower quarterfinals. No, we're done with the Eliminator. Eliminator's done its job. But the lower side of the bracket is single elimination at that
It's
point.
my favorite.
It's a good one. Nugs, J-Rod, I think you guys are going to be with me at least for maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday. Otherwise, I hope everyone continues to be safe. Remember, in these trying times, all you have to do, be calm, be together, and just be patient. That's all you have to do. So
Maybe not together so much.
Well, maybe not together.
There's
Keep
fires going around.
Yeah,
Just-
that's true.
just wash your hands.
Yeah,
and just-
wash your hands, but be
and
together.
Sitting in a room by yourself. Just, be together online.
Be
That's
together
fine.
mentally. You and your family do air hugs. That's what we've been doing. Do air hugs. Whatever you gotta do.
Do elbow bumps. We've been doing those around here. You just bump your elbows instead of dapping people up. Just a little elbow bump.
Where do we want to send some people? I want to do a little bit of a host. Is there anywhere that you guys want to send? Maybe J-Rod, Nugs, you guys know someone? Esper, maybe you have someone?
Try House is still going if we want to go to Old Faithful.
Who is Aces BTW? One of you guys check that out
yeah.
before I commit on that one. I'm gonna make sure that they would receive us. But regardless, we're gonna be hosting someone. Share the love. Okay, if it's Xander's really good friend, you know what? I'm up for sharing the
We'll
love
do
into
it.
the community. It's a good time out here. I want to thank everyone. We'll be seeing you again 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. It's gonna be a fun time out here. Please come back for the Vanguard League Championships. It's championships all day, baby, here at the FLG Season 5 Champions Draft Series. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.